This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, how are you? How is everybody? Hey weather
Hell,
junkie.
weather junkies in here. We got truth in here. I'm laughing my ass off at what you said, Jess, about me cleaning my car.
Mm-hmm. You ain't wrong.
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16,
Yep.
where we are going to talk about Nancy Grace, the drama mama of TV, Nolan Wells updates,
Hey True.
and Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very brief on Nancy Guthrie. Do you want to just go ahead and pull up that other thing of Daphne's real quick? I'm gonna be very, very brief on Guthrie today, guys.
Oh,
Um,
because you want me to do all the talking.
no, I will talk too. I will talk as well. I will. I just I'm kind of Nancy Guthrie out right now. Y'all feel me on that?
Yeah, how are you guys feeling about that? Are you guys just like us where it's just like the same stuff?
Repetitive, repetitive. Like there's really not anything new. But I do want to bring her up, like I said before, on like every show, even if it's just for a couple minutes, um, just to help keep her name out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up now.
Okay. Daphne, our homegirl Daphne. Um,
Daphne?
Daphne, she made hey Mama Donna. She made a map and you know
Come
how she
on,
does with her
Madonna.
map. Oh my god. All those gray spots right there are the bodies that have been found this month.
Let me see if I can
The
zoom in.
remains.
Can I zoom in? Oh wait.
You can see how
Control.
close they are.
Oh, whoa.
You can't with the Nolan case. Why are you over the Nolan case? I'm just having one of those days where I'm just not I just any other time I'm like all in, like let's talk about Nancy Guthrie. But today is just like one of those days where I just want to make it brief, very brief. And,
Doesn't it also seem, because I was thinking about this a couple times this
mhm.
week, doesn't it just seem like when you're in the whole like true crime thing, everything just like seems so bleak. It's got to deal with death and murder
Yeah.
and it seems like it's like happening all over the place. But then when you zoom out, it's just like, oh, there's actually a life that I can
Yeah.
live where I don't have to be constantly thinking about all this death
Yeah.
and unsolved
Absolutely.
mysteries and all
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah, and it'll do something to your mental health too if you don't, take a break from it every once in a while. Just because you start seeing the world in a different from a different perspective, and it kind of just makes you um, just need to kind of just pause and focus on something else. But Nancy Guthrie, she's a case that I have followed from the very, very beginning. And I just feel like she has had such an injustice that, I want to keep her name out there because I do want to see justice prevail. But it's just not a topic that I feel like really going into again today because most of y'all have already heard a lot of, my thoughts on that case. But I did want Disturb to pull up this map that Daphne made of the three bodies and like how close together they were. And then of course, you know, we had the break-in where the gentleman, the police officer, was shot and killed. He was only 23, and then his wife also took a bullet, and she's in critical care. Just so much going on in Tucson, and I mean, it makes me sick, really, because Nano's still there in his little cheated spot, trying to hold down the fort, and he sucks. He sucks ass, bad. Yes, Tucson is. I told Michelle and Max. I said, "Hey, y'all made it. Y'all didn't get napped up." Because I was like, help is not coming.
Tucson is turning into like the Wild Wild West.
It's turning into something. Hey, Miss Roxanne.
Miss Roxanne, we miss you too. We miss all of you guys. Oh, just so you guys know, you may be seen in the background. Oh, well, no, you can't really see, but we're watching my sister's dog for 4 days, and he wears a diaper. So the good thing is that my seat is pretty much covering everything. But if you hear him in the background, he'll shut up after a second. If not, then I'll just shut the door or mute the mic.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, you get to see what it's like to have a dog barking in the background all the time.
It doesn't bother me. It's content.
It's annoying as hell.
He's trying to tell us something.
Yeah. And Weather Junkie, yeah, I know what you mean about the race. That's what we talk about every time, is they have just made it so much about the race when it comes to Nolan Wells. It's sickening. And, you know, an 18-year-old boy, which he would be 19 now, forever 18, he lost his life, whether it be accidental or, you know, on purpose. We don't know yet. But clearly the boy's friends were not involved. But I'll let him get into that. Hey, Christina, you're here for Mouse. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm trying to get
That's
my parents
it.
to get Mouse.
You're here for that little mouse dog.
I'm trying to get my parents to get Mouse, but I might bring her out in a little while. She's a sweetheart. She hasn't gotten any bigger either. But
yeah, so we wanted to definitely give you guys a show today. I feel bad for yesterday. It was just boy. I'm still suffering from yesterday. It was very mentally draining like you would not believe, and I'm still feeling the effects of it today.
Thanks, Christina.
We're pushing through. And yes, we love you too, Christina. I was just joking.
She guesses. She loves us. She guesses. So rude. I'm kidding. Yeah, and then right when he thought that it was over, his dad started again.
Oh yeah, last night. And it's a good thing I left the door locks on because it started again.
Yeah. But I had found these door locks for him, and I was like, he can't get out of that shit. Get him on.
Yeah.
Luckily, they came right when you got home from work yesterday, right? They were already there.
Yeah, thank God. But today he seems to be doing a lot better. He's out with my mom. He's bowling, which is good because bowling is a passion of his. So thank God that he's occupying his mind. And, you know, when he gets home is another story. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so we're going to give you guys a good show.
Yeah, I've got some funny topics.
We're going to talk about some stuff. So, all right, you want to just jump into Nancy?
Yeah, go ahead. He's y'all. I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. All right, y'all know how I've always called Nancy Grace the godmother to true crime.
You're done with Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, I'm done with Nancy Guthrie. Prayers for Nancy Guthrie.
Dang, what the hell?
I told you it was going to be brief. I told you it was going to be brief. It was brief as hell.
But hold up. Where this third body, where okay, so shout out to Daphne for giving us this map. I mean, yo, if you guys want if you want to find anything in Tucson, yo, hit up Daphne. She's got this map set
Yeah.
up that you'll be able to find like where the nearest bird took a shit. Like literally, she's got everything mapped out. It is crazy.
Yeah.
So these gray ones is where the 3 bodies were found, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Within this month.
Close to the last body that they just found. This
Mm-hmm.
is very important. Apparently, a black glove
Mm-hmm.
was by the not like literally like by the body or whatever remains they found, but it was around the vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did this sheriff department not collect that for evidence just
Probably
in
because it's
case?
been 6 months and it's been weathered and it wouldn't show anything anyway because they've had so much rain.
But no, but there's still
I
you can
know, on the
still
inside of the
find
glove.
something.
I know. I know.
It's
I guess they
evidence.
just, I don't know. That police department is something else.
But you want to
Something
know
else.
so I guarantee that they got their hole in it. Well, I mean, it was I mean, what the hell's going on in Tucson, to be honest with you?
That's what we all want to know.
Especially with the it was a correctional officer that got shot, right?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. 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 And his wife, and they had a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
But
True. I kind of want to agree with you there that they think they know who did it, but still though, like you would think authorities though, even though they may like we can all collectively pretty much surmise, well, at least a portion of us, we may think that they know who did it. But as authorities, you want to be able to collect as much evidence as you can, just in case if like there is an arrest made,
yeah.
and the defense is able to expose some of the evidence, you at least have some other evidence that you can then rely on that will really like put, X person in jail, for good, or at least tie him to the murder of Nancy.
Well,
No?
they also said though that the body that was found was not in relation to Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah,
So they
didn't they
probably
say that?
didn't think that that glove had any relevance either.
Yeah, how can they make that determination in like 2 minutes?
Witness, I don't know what they have. So I really I you know, I can't speculate on that. Um but you can go ahead and get into
Damn, damn, you so
oh yeah, I was gonna say this too. I'm prayers for Nancy Guthrie. Prayers. Okay. All right. So about Nancy Grace, y'all know that I've always called her like God, the godmother of true crime, and I've always had a lot of respect for her. Well, at the beginning of Nancy Guthrie case, um, there was things there that I wasn't too agreeable on, as far as like her saying, "How could y'all think that it's the family?" Blah 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 blah. And I thought she was very naive and very biased because she knew Savannah personally from their time on court TV. Well, I kind of brushed some of that under the rug and was like, okay, well, she's doing her thing. She's on the show. She's just doing her thing. Well, with this Nolan case, now I have lost, and it kills me to say this because I've loved her forever. But this Nolan case has really turned me off. Like, I have lost so much respect for Nancy Grace. She is just, she's part of the problem. Hey, Angel Eyes, she's part of the problem right now. And, you know, nobody influenced me to say this. Nobody's opinions, whatever. This is my opinion and my opinion only. I don't appreciate how she dismisses her guests just because she doesn't agree with what they're saying, or it doesn't go with the narrative that she's trying to paint. Even threatening to mute their mics and, things like that. I just, there's the dog. See the dog? See its diaper? 1,000,000%. See, I mean, she's turned us off, man. And I think it's time that she maybe think about retiring. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay. Look at diaper baby though. You see it? He's so cute. Perfect pointing. You gonna roll on the rug like a dog, like you said in that one episode?
Yeah, I had to take him out. As soon as I got home from work, my mom's like, "Can you, before you do your show, can you please just take him out?" I'm sitting there like getting ready, not even 2 minutes inside the house, and here he is running all around me and stuff. And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And then I see his diaper, and then it's just like, I take him in the back. I open up the sliding glass door, and the screen door was still closed. And I was like, "Oh, that's right. I got to take your diaper off, dog." So I had to undo his diaper and then take the dog out. But it's not my
Oh my
dog.
gosh.
It's my sister's dog. All right, back to Nancy Grace.
You should tell him what you said though, when your sister was talking about the dog though, and her leaving for 4 days.
You know, you were laughing. I
That is the
forgot what I
manliest
said.
thing. I know, right, Jess?
I just.
Oh, put the comments back on the screen for people on replay.
Oh, that's
please.
right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
No, you're okay. I've just noticed that is.
He's a good dog. He's actually lived. The reason why he's in diapers is because he's getting older now. And it's, when he goes to the bathroom or when he gets really excited, that's when. And let me tell you, this dog, for his size, he's got I don't know.
Long schlong.
He's got a big schlong. Like, this dog is well endowed. And like, he gets very excited, and then he forgets that he can't control his,
Wiener.
his parts and stuff, and then he starts having accidents everywhere. So my sister came up with a great idea and said, "Oh, let's put diapers on him." So here we're taking care of my dad, and now we got to take care of this one in diapers for 4 days.
But I told him though that might actually be good for his dad, because I've brought that up before too. Because I was like, maybe we can get Mouse over there, and
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I don't want. I've lived with dogs for like the past 20 years. I need a break from dogs.
tough.
But all right. So go ahead, continue on your rant with Nancy.
Oh, I'm done. I'm just letting you just ramping you up.
No, it doesn't take much. As soon as I hear that drama, mama.
Oh, that's nice. It's 857.
Let me see. What's the first video that I want to play? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
conversation for sure.
Let's do the lawyer first.
Okay.
So the first we'll play this video because this is more recent, and then from there we'll go and then play the video that really set this crap storm that a lot of people are being like they're getting turned off because of Nancy Grace. Like, and she's making it so obvious on her show, to the point where you actually have lawyers that are now ripping her apart and saying that you're being unfair about stuff. And that's not good. And she's definitely, in my opinion, she's pushing a narrative. I don't know who has gotten into her ear. I don't know if somebody has paid her, allegedly. This is all alleged. We had our warning in the beginning of the show, so we're covered that these are just our opinions. But it just seems like there's something up with this woman that just, like, these lawyers were like pretty much like giving her like facts that the FBI, local authorities have already looked through, and these boys are innocent. And for some reason, she does not care. She just wants to keep pushing this crap on these kids.
Yep.
And it's
And
easy
they
to
weren't
do.
even
You know
there.
why? Because it's not her kids.
Yeah.
So the blowback that those kids are going to have for the rest of their life, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And then, because in one of the videos that I'm going to show you guys, she was like, and all I want is I want to find justice for Nolan Wells. Yeah, you want justice for Nolan Wells. Why the hell haven't you gone to the island?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Linda, make sure you update me later, please. If you know, you know.
If you
You know.
look at everything that one side is doing, no one has gone to the island. But if you look at the other side, they've provided text messages, everything. And then text messages were released yesterday between Warren and the mom. And that totally dismantled so much of the narrative. So, all right. And just so you guys know, me and Crystal may need to interrupt the video. As you guys know, YouTube, there's rules that we have to follow when we play videos, as you guys already know. So here's the first one. And this deals with his lawyer.
Defamation attorney for the boys in the Nolan Wells case. When I say the boys, the white boys that y'all called, some of which I interviewed. I interviewed all the ones he represents. So not some of which, all the boys that they represent, I interviewed just this past week. Here is his statement to Nancy Grace. Now, here's what I will say. I love Nancy Grace. I've been on the show multiple times. I plan to go on the show again. I do think if I had to be a producer on her show, I would say, Nancy, slow down on this, slow down on that. That's not true. That didn't happen. Hear me out. So you're not putting yourself out there where you got a defamation attorney coming after you. Now, I'm not saying it's legitimate or not. I'm just giving y'all the evidence of what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna have my team read this because for me, I'm looking at words that's this little. All right, Joe, hit it.
Dear Nancy Grace, stop asking clown questions. You claim to care about the truth regarding Nolan Wells. I'm really beginning to wonder about that. If you want to know the truth, why do you keep asking bad faith questions that have nothing to do with the events of July 4th, 2026? As a former prosecutor, you should have known better than to ask irrelevant questions that are calculated only to anger and inflame. You opened our interview by asking me how I became involved in the representation of my completely innocent friends, Warren Hudson, Jack Spatalo, and Morgan Seymour. You surely knew that this question cannot and should not be answered for multiple reasons. The three best reasons are attorney-client privilege, safety, and relevance. You asked an incredibly stupid question and wasted everyone's time. So here are three good faith questions for you. Did you really think I would divulge attorney-client privileged communications? Did you really think I would expose the individuals involved in my retention to death threats and calls for violence by revealing their name? Given that I was nowhere near Horn Island on July 4th, 2026, or anywhere near Mississippi for that matter, can you come up with any earthly reason as to your bad faith clown question would bring us closer to the truth about what happened to Nolan? Bad faith, Nancy. Clown question. Ask a bad faith clown question and you are going to receive an answer about matching blue pickup trucks. Ask some good faith questions and you'll get answers that move us all closer to the truth. You need to stop putting that onus on your guests to respond to bat crazy conspiracy theories. Suggestion: talk about the actual facts. A good starting point would be telling your audience about the fact that there were 24 folks on board between the Triton and Tideline. Why have none of those 24 folks endorsed any of the bat crazy conspiracy theories about Nolan being aboard these boats? The outrage factory has been going full throttle for well over a month, and yet no evidence has emerged in support of this conspiracy theory. Shocker. By the way, try letting your guests actually speak instead of constantly talking over them. You might actually learn something. Holy smokes. Be better, Ed.
Now, Ed is a lawyer that represented Donald Trump in hundreds of millions of dollars in defamation suits. What I will say, and this is just my personal observation, and I think Nancy would understand that I can disagree with her on some things, just like she disagreed with me. But I do think that Nancy Grace reiterates a lot of questions that I feel like I've answered on her show. I feel like I've given sufficient responses. Now, it's okay to push back, but to what end? At what point is it pushing back versus at what point is it pushing a theory that is no longer validated? I'll give you an example. When I was on her show just last, I told her about the cell phone that was not given to authorities. And she questioned me and told me, how do I know? And I gave her, I don't know, 3 or 4 times where I said, the attorneys for Jax, Warren, and Morgan are saying that she hasn't given the phone over. The lawyers that represent Nolan Wells' family is saying they're prepared to give it over the day before I went to the interview with her. So that means they haven't given it over. With that articulation that I presented on the show should have been reasonable enough to say, okay, I get your perspective. Let's wait to see what happens. Instead, she continued to go after me saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, as if I've just made it up and I'm lying and deceiving. And that's not necessarily true. And then we find out what? They still, to this day, haven't given the phone to authorities. And I don't care what the excuses are. I don't care what nobody say. The phone hasn't been given to authorities for.
Yeah, so you heard about this, right? So when he was on the show just the other day, she kept hitting on the point that how does he have proof that the family hasn't given up the phone yet? Their own lawyer has said, and this is what pissed me off, and this is what started my whole thing about this woman, drama mama, is the fact that they, like the week before, they were all standing around with a bunch of people, a bunch of race baiters that were stating how they want this showdown with the phone to go down. Like, they were openly admitting in a press conference that they, for forensics to look at it, they're going to have their own people and they're all going to be around some kind of conference table, whatever. And that's how they want this whole thing to go down. Well, when Tatum went on the show, she kept asking, well, how do you have proof that they haven't given the phone? You have the freaking lawyer that's telling everyone, the whole world, that they haven't given up the phone yet. Like, where is she getting at with this? What is she trying to get at?
She didn't do her research. Or her team didn't, apparently. Because, I mean, it was out there. I mean, it was out there. She just needed to look. And as much as she's on X, you think she would have seen it.
And every single time that Officer Tatum brought up a good point, she started talking over him. And that was another thing that was infuriating me. And that's some of the video that I have as well that I'll play for you guys. Let me see. Where was that other part? Let me see.
That these 3 young men were not there when Nolan died. He wasn't on the boat. Video was already submitted, put out to the world. You know, obviously people want to see the audio of the video and all this other stuff. And it's like some of these things is not necessary to put out to protect other people who are not involved at all in this case. The law enforcement officers, which Nancy knows and others who have been looking at this case reasonably know, that law enforcement has access to all of these things. If you somehow think this video that was put out to the internet somehow is obstructing or hiding evidence within the video, law enforcement would know it because they have access to it. Clearly, in good faith, we're showing the world that, look, this is the alibi. This is what they've done. This is what law enforcement sees. Because law enforcement hadn't presented their information, we have some information that the boys are willing to present to the public that law enforcement already has. In good faith, presenting it so people can get off their back and quit blaming them for stuff that there's no evidence that they did. I think it's the third one. Is this the last one?
We do have Ed writing to Don Lemon a few minutes ago.
All right, perfect. We got Ed writing to Don Lemon. He's coming after everybody that I think he reasonably believes are not acting in good faith. I'm not judging what his synopsis is. I'm just telling you what he believes. Roll the clip.
Don Lemon, you keep taking innocent shots at completely innocent young men, Warren Hudson, Jax Patalo, and Morgan Seymour, yet you have not invited us to speak with you. I thought you wanted answers. We'll speak to anyone, anytime, anywhere. The truth is on our side.
Which is, I'm in the same boat. If somebody wants to know what I know from the interviews that I did, if they don't want to watch the interview, I'm willing to go on anybody's show. We've reached out to Don Lemon. Before any interview I've ever done, I reached out to Benjamin Crump first and the Wells family, which he's the representative of the family.
5 times.
I reached out to all of them first. Don Lemon I reached out to more recently because he's been put my name in his mouth. And so I'm not afraid to go on anybody's show anytime to do what? Tell what I was told. I wasn't there. I don't have any other information other than what the boys have said on the interviews that I have conducted. So anybody want to have a real good faith conversation, because I'm watching people like Don Lemon and others say things that are total lies that they wouldn't have to present if they would ask me, they would ask the lawyers, they would talk to other people that are involved in this, but they refuse to do it so they can push an agenda, in my opinion. They want these white boys to be wrong so bad that they're willing to overlook evidence. Don Lemon really wanted to know. He'll have me on the show. He got my name in his mouth every time he speaks. I don't know, 5 or 6 shows now. I'll bring him on my show, but he hasn't done any research. He hasn't done an investigation. He hasn't really interviewed nothing but one person. There you go. All right, let me do another ad break real quick for those of you.
Can you drop Dom C's link too, please, Jess? And make sure you drop yours too, hon.
Let me pull up the other 2 videos. Okay, so this is the last video that he was on that pretty much started the whole shitstorm that has Nancy. I don't even think she even cares that she's under fire about this case, to be honest with you. She just seems like she just has this pompous attitude about her. Just really pisses me off. Is it this one? No, it's this one. This to the stage. Okay, so it was during this interview. This was the last one that Officer Tatum was on that really set everything in motion and has all kinds of people going after this, drama mama over here. And I lost all respect for her. So I'll go ahead and replay this, and then we'll give our opinions on this matter.
Voice analysis. Why did he not take a voice analysis? Number 1. And number 2, since we spoke on this last, have they taken Polly's? And if not, why not?
Okay, let me just make sure clear, because I think the internet went in a frenzy about this.
Oh, and then real quick, something that pissed me off. She's mad because the boys have lawyered up. She said, why are they lawyered up? Why the hell not?
Yeah, really.
You got all these people coming after you, defaming your name, calling you a murderer, a racist murderer at that, and she's mad because the boys lawyered up.
Hey, Laura, good to see you.
Those boys have every right to lawyer up.
Yeah,
and go after every single one of them scumbags on the other side and take all their money. Once all is said and done, if it is that in fact that these boys really had nothing to do with this, they found someone else who did it or whatever, I want them to go after everyone. And I mean, take them of everything and leave them with nothing. Like, let them feel the financial burden for the rest of their lives for what they did to these kids.
I agree.
Like aside from Nolan getting justice, first and foremost, because his life was taken, the second justice that I want done is I want these boys to become filthy rich from all the money that they extract from all of them, and even the family as well, because it's becoming evident more and more every single day as things are being leaked that the mom, she's got ulterior motive. She's after the cash. She wants that money.
Yeah,
Because
especially
now,
since the text messages are out now too.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that there's a lot of text messages that are coming out where Warren was communicating with the mom the night of. The level of respect that boy showed the mom was incredible.
Yep.
That's not somebody who murdered a kid. That's
No.
someone who is scared, who wants to find his friend. Like, where is my friend? You know, where is your son? And doing everything. And even when she's like, call the Coast Guard, and he's like, calling, ma'am, or yes, Miss Christine, I'm calling them right now. Like every single thing that she asked the boys to do, he did.
Yep. And then to turn around and be treated the way he was, why wouldn't he freaking lawyer up? Damn it, Nancy, you know your ass would.
And you know another thing too, because I heard this mentioned. I even saw on X, like, some stuff that was mentioned. Okay, let me take a step back. When we're all born, we're not born racist. We're not born with hate in our heart. We're not born with all this, bad intentions and all this stuff. This filth is taught. You see your family acting, your mom, your dad, your tight people. You pretty much learn all that crap from that environment. If it is in fact, and I saw this earlier this week, that the boys pretty much never went inside the house or anything like that, I really do believe that the mom, like the parents, allegedly are just racist.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't ever gonna allow like colored folks to come into your home, like if you're not racist, like you're gonna invite anybody to come into your house, especially if it's your son's friends.
I heard something on Juice, on the Juice the other morning, that made a lot of sense. He was saying that pretty much Nolan's parents were also kind of wanting to be in the white community, surround themselves around white people because of where they live. And so his friends are all white and all that. So if this really is about race, how much sense does that make?
And you just touched up on something that just now I feel my blood pressure boiling. To all you prominent Black, Spanish, Asian people, with all your stupid civil groups that you're all part of and stuff like that. You know what? I want to know one question. Answer me one question. Y'all are so quick to say how bad the white man is and how, they did this, they did that. Why the hell are every single one of you stupid ass hypocrites living in white neighborhoods? Why the hell is the majority of the people that you freaking clowns are living in are in white neighborhoods? You know why? Because they're the safest. Because the majority of white people don't act this way. Come on now, chat. I'm speaking the truth here, and I don't give a damn. As many of you already know, I don't care. I'm going to speak the truth. Why isn't Benjamin Crump, that stupid ass clown, that fake reverend? I'm not even going to call him a reverend. I'm going to call him the IRS man, because that dude is hiding stuff from the trouble that his ass should have been in jail for all the crap that he had to deal with. Why are they living in majority white neighborhoods? I'm asking, you know what? I'm simply just asking for a friend. Just to cover my ass. I'm asking for a friend. Why are they not living in the hood?
Because they don't want to be in it. They're trying to find their way out.
No, they're not living in there because they're hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
They're fakes. They're racist. They have ulterior motives. Blame the white man for everything and we can get money. That's what this whole shit has turned into. And I'm sick of it. And it's facts. Same thing with Spanish people with the immigration and all that other bullshit. That they have all these groups and, the innocent people just trying to go and live their life and blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. It's funny that you talk the only time that any of these people had the balls to talk is when they're either in a federal building, like a court or, something where there's going to be police presence and all that stuff, because they know that their asses are going to be protected. But as soon as they leave there, they get in their nice vehicles and guess where they go? They go to the suburbs because that's where they all live. Why? Because it's the safest there. But if you guys are all saying how safe it is, to be living amongst these people and everything, why the hell aren't they living over there? Wherever the hell it is. Why aren't they living there?
Yeah. Blake brought up a good point. She says she's not racist, but they all kill their own.
Yeah. Statistically speaking,
mm-hmm.
and you know what? Facts and stats don't care about your damn feelings, people.
Yeah.
See, look what Lake said.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with Spanish people, and the same thing with Asian people. We gotta start calling this BS out. Because that's what this is all turned. And you know what? I'm so glad that this case is turning out to be the way it is, because it's exposing the hypocrisy everywhere. The narrative, the racist narrative, it's just crap. But it's funny. Just think about it. Just think about it. Let me take a deep breath. Just think about it. All this stuff, all these people, from these caucuses and all this stuff, all these people that got money, they're driving nice cars and everything. Where are they living? Where are they living?
Mm-hmm.
They're all living in suburban white neighborhoods because they know it's safe there.
Yep.
I'm sick of this shit. I really am. I'm getting sick and tired of talking about this and exposing it just like everybody else is.
Yeah.
All right, let me play this other clown over here. This drama mama. Yeah,
it's a computer voice stress analysis is what I was referring to. None of this is admissible in court, and I don't think it has the weight to concern anybody or whether or not anyone took it or not. I just thought it was important to show the cooperation that they had with the police. Even more cooperation, I believe, almost than the Nolan family. I mean, the boys have given their phones over to the FBI voluntarily, and we still haven't gotten Nolan's phone from the family to the police. So,
are you back on the phone? Because you don't know. You've already said you don't know where the phone is. It could be sitting on the sheriff's desk for all I know.
If they did it in the last 10 minutes, maybe that could be true.
Oh, so you knew before you joined us tonight that Nolan's family had not handed over the phone?
Well, I have.
Yes.
Can you believe her? Nancy Grace, you really are despicable. You really are. Either you're doing this for ratings, or you just want to just pop off and just sound like an idiot. I don't know what it is. But, she likes to talk about how she's a former prosecutor or whatever the hell it is in her past for however many years. How the hell do you not know this?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
There was a press conference last week where their lawyer even admitted that they have not presented the freaking cell phone, and they will not. until there's, things need to be met before this meeting happens with authorities.
Yep.
No information, believe it was handed over. The last report from their attorneys that they hadn't handed it over.
So that was your quote understanding, just like you had an understanding that they took a poly and then clarified they did not take a poly. Okay. They have not taken a poly. You don't know why Warren hasn't taken a test. And a computer stress test is a voice analysis. It's not the same as a poly. You also, I asked you earlier, are you a medical examiner? And you stated no. I know you're a star on YouTube. I know you have a huge following. I know you're highly popular. I know you're a former police officer. Are you a Juris Doctor? Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not. I've worked with lawyers.
Okay, because polygraphs are admissible in court. Bam! Providing,
well, Nancy, I have
providing
never,
both parties stipulate ahead of time that they will be allowed. I don't care if you've never heard of it.
Nancy is not gonna. I don't know of a trial that has happened, from our understanding in recent time, that somebody put a polygraph before a jury and it was effective. I mean, there is a lot of flaws in the polygraph test.
Have you ever heard of? Let's see, what was his name? Control. Oh yeah, O.J. Simpson.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm saying
in the civil trial.
Oh my
showed he was big
God.
Liar.
Well, what I'm saying is there has not been significant usage of polygraphs in the court of law because there's too many flaws. Even as a police officer, we don't even use polygraphs anymore. Most police departments use the computer voice stress analysis. And neither one of them,
that's not true.
I would trust. Most police departments do not use the polygraph test anymore. They're moved towards the computer stress analysis. My head of security, when he went to the police department, they used the computer stress analysis. And it's not even foolproof. I mean, I would not trust somebody to use
All
that
I asked
for
you is,
anybody's
did they
statements.
take a polygraph? In the famous words of the Bard, Shakespeare.
Nancy,
you think does the test too much? All I
Please
said was,
pause
did they
it.
take a poly? The answer is no.
They took a voice stress analysis.
We can find out.
I'm about to get on this ass this time because, first of all, OJ, come on, that was back in 95. Get with the times, Nancy. Secondly, it is not admissible in court, and you would know that had you been, actually practicing law within, the last 20 years. And secondly, they only use polygraphs nowadays to determine if they are being truthful or if they are being dishonest, so that they kind of know which line to go down. Nancy Grace, go have a seat. It's time to retire. I hate to say that because I've loved you for years, but you don't have it no more, honey. Get with the times.
I never loved you.
I did.
I never loved you. I tried watching you a long time ago, and you just came off as just way too much sensationalism is what you presented.
Yeah, she is rude as shit. She is so rude. But I mean, with the polygraphs though, seriously though, they don't use those in court because they've been proven to not be
truthful.
Yeah.
Or reliable.
Reliable. There you go. Thank you. So they literally only use those to determine if someone is being honest or being deceitful. Basically, really, they're only doing it to see if somebody is being deceitful because, the honesty thing, I mean, they can pass that real easy, apparently. But they don't even really use that as far as in their investigation or anything. It's just something kind of for them to go off of. So, Nancy, honey, you might want to take a lesson from Mr. Tatum over there. I'm sorry. That just really pissed me off because she is so wrong.
Oh, just wait. It gets worse. Just wait. Watch.
The friends are telling the truth. It's not going to be hard. They may be telling the truth. We didn't delete anything. That may be true. So it's a digital investigation. And frankly, it's not hard to do. The friends, who I believe now are your friends, after your extensive interviews with them,
Ugh.
may be
Yeah,
completely
why say
exonerated
that?
on that.
Shut up, lady.
Now, my
Mm.
question to you is, you're stating that the friends, I'm talking about the young man on the Triton, that the friends have handed over their phones.
Day one.
Yes, ma'am. They've handed on their phones to the FBI voluntarily.
I find that very commendable, because do you know how hard it is to get people to hand over a phone? That's why you have to issue a search warrant or a ducis tecum. So they have handed over their phones voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Domsey, you know what?
Agreed.
After this interview and with some of the crazy shit that she's been saying lately, I'm with you there.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they go after her to teach her a lesson that when so much of the facts, the evidence, even just the timeline itself, the boys were already gone. They were already gone. And there's two witnesses stating around 6 o'clock they saw Nolan Wells alive.
Yep.
The boys were already being towed back.
Mm-hmm. And they even had in a text message last time they saw him was at 3, although I thought they were leaving at 4:30. But the last time they actually saw Nolan was at 3 p.m. is what that text message said. But Nancy, she should have went out with a bang and just left some of these cases alone. Like I said, for the new ones coming in, at the very beginning of Nancy Guthrie case, I saw some things that really bothered me, but I kind of swept it under the rug because I was like, I have so much respect for her and everything else, but she was being extremely naive and biased because she worked with Savannah Guthrie at, Court TV. Well, how could y'all possibly think that the family is involved? Go by what we know, what we're being told. How could you not? You're being very naive. Listen to what we are being told, what we are being fed. And the last people to see them, go by statistics. Do your own research, lady. That is, an attorney, but she hasn't practiced law in forever. So, I'm just saying, yes, statistics, exactly. So how could you not at least that thought not cross your mind, even just a little bit, unless you're being biased because of who you know? That's all I'm saying. I've lost a lot of respect for her. In this case specifically, she has really pissed me off, and I have just lost so much respect for her. You would think, wouldn't you? Like, kind of acts just like him. I mean, she's got more wits about her, but how dismissive she is when Tatum is trying to talk to her. She just didn't like what he had to say. She didn't like that he was right and that he knew more information than she did. That's why she said, "You're new friends," because he knows more than she does. I don't know, but when she just brought up the, your new friends, that's exactly what she was getting at. She's mad and pissed off that she doesn't know all the facts like she thinks she does. Just like about the boat and the dogs, the cadaver dogs, when he shuts her ass down.
Yeah.
She needs to take a lesson from Officer Tatum.
She needs to listen. She needs to shut up and listen.
Yep.
All right, let me just, you're
Just
on fire.
know it all. I know, I'm pissed off.
Just tell me to hit pause and just cook.
I will.
Let me just go get a plate. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for supper, baby. Don't worry. I'll be
All
over.
right.
So just keep cooking.
Okay.
According to the lawyer and according to what they told me, they said they handed over to the FBI voluntarily. And the sad part is that I wish that Nolan's phone could be evaluated, because there have been claims that had not been substantiated, and I believe that the claims should have never gone out in the public unless they were substantiated, that there was a potential that things were deleted from his phone, which put these young boys in a bad position unnecessarily. It's not fair to say that you're throwing out that things were deleted, but obviously mom can't determine if they were deleted because she couldn't do a forensic investigation on the phone, so she really don't know. Which I'm not
Unless
knocking
she
her as her
looked in the
baby.
deleted file and found things.
Well, she was within Nancy.
The deleted file and found things, and we don't know
And
that.
she would have told.
I agree with you. I
But
think
Nancy,
you
she would have told the
I think
world.
you got it backwards, Tatum. Nobody.
She would have told the world if she would have found. She would have told the world, Nancy, if she would have found certain things that were actually deleted. She would have come out. I'm sure Benjamin Crump would have come out, and I would commend her to come out and encourage her to. If she saw that a picture of Nolan was deleted, a text from Nolan was deleted specifically talking about or inferencing certain things. If any of those things had happened, I would guarantee it should be criminal if they would not turn it over to law enforcement, so law enforcement can evaluate the phone and see if there were individuals communicating or deleting communication, because that is a crime. We just seen that happen in Texas, where young boys, there's a young man that drowned, they go and delete stuff off his phone, throw his clothes in the water, and they were arrested for tampering with evidence. And so if there had been deletions on the phone, even if there hadn't been a determination that anyone had murdered Nolan, tampering with evidence or deleting evidence, potential evidence, is a crime. And so,
remember when we said a couple of shows ago about cross-referencing the messages, between his friends and him? If they had found anything, especially with that racist lawyer that they have, if they had found anything that would have helped push their narrative, do you not think that their lawyer would have been front and center pushing that garbage out?
Absolutely.
Yesterday?
1000%. Yeah.
And the fact that nothing has come out about that phone, but the family is not giving up that phone yet, tells you something.
Yep.
Because they probably looked at that phone and said, oh crap, my son really did have these good friends. There's nothing that we can push on anyone that will continue to further our BS narrative.
They're just wanting to talk about it, to keep it out there and keep it relevant, even though there's no relevance to it. Just keep talking. That's all they want to do.
Yep.
Talk.
Laura said it best. Innocent people do not hide phones or any data. And day one, they gave their phones up to the FBI.
Yep. And they were talking to the FBI without
attorneys. A lawyer, without attorneys. That's the crazy thing about all this. None of them had attorneys, and they still went and did everything that they were supposed to do because they were more worried about their friend, not knowing that there was this tsunami that was coming that was going to try and paint them as racist murderers.
Yeah. I do like to see Tatum debate her, though. I do have to say that I like that. He's
not like that. He's unfortunately he's not, because he even said in that past video that he'll go back on her show. He's got a relationship with her.
But I like seeing him shut her down with truth.
She can. Hey, Nancy Grace, you can come on our show, sweetie. You can come on our show anytime you want, and we will debate this. We can debate this.
She's CNN. She is a true crime CNN. Fake news.
Damn.
That is like the worst that I could possibly say right now. But that's how pissed off I am. Play the clip, babe.
Damn, baby. You cooking with spices too. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. This food's gonna be good.
The fact that the family, from my understanding and what the lawyers have said, that they haven't given this information over to law enforcement for them to evaluate, it's very troubling to me.
Okay, again, for the millionth time, you don't know they haven't, and I don't know that they have. But what you're saying about tampering with evidence is absolutely true. But I have no reason to believe that Nolan Wells' family has tampered with evidence. That said, I think you've got things backwards. I do not want to convict or hang
Backwards.
an innocent person. All I want to know is what happened. And I haven't even gotten to the Cito call. Is it real? Is it fake? I'd like somebody, i.e. you, if you have the original, to put it out there.
Oh God. I don't even know what to say at this point, except for I think it's time she retires. Give Tatum his own show. I'd be here for it. He's like a black Charlie Kirk in my eyes. I mean, that's how I kind of see him.
Well, here we got Tatum really going off on like his haters. Now, Nancy Grace, you're a disgrace.
Yes.
You are a disgrace. You have everything, and let me correct you, half-ass backwards. You're pushing a narrative. You're causing division, more division in this country than there already is. And what you're doing, you're not solving the problem. And if you're so fixed on finding out what happened to this beautiful child, get your ass on that island. Talk to people. Go over there. Talk to the locals.
Yeah.
Talk to the people that Officer Tatum has at his disposal that are feeding him information. Go talk to those people and find out.
Yeah, I loved it when he straight up told her that, or said that, though. Like, she hasn't went out there. Or who was it, him that said that? Or was it somebody on Juice? I don't remember, but somebody had said, she hasn't even been out there. So really her opinion is irrelevant because she hasn't even went to take a look at where it all happened. Neither has the family or Crump. As far as I know, they haven't been out there either.
Mama, if this was the other way around, this would not even be news.
Yeah.
And something else that wouldn't have happened? No white person would have gotten a pastor that's as corrupt as the one that the family just had yesterday.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been switched.
Who, let's be real here, had cheated on his wife, okay, has different baby mamas, and that is who you pick to represent your son and your family. A pastor that he's not even a pastor. I don't even call that guy pastor. Now, can we all make mistakes? Absolutely. Are we all 100%? No, but we're talking optics here. And the last thing you ever want to do is get someone that has had controversy in his back that I don't even think he's practicing right now.
We don't know yet, Lynn. That's what we're waiting on for the toxicology and the autopsy to come back. But that's my thinking. I think he just drowned. In my opinion, allegedly. I think that's all that happened. I think these boys are over here fighting for their lives, trying to reclaim their names, because they are men now. And all of this is bullshit and for nothing. It pisses me off oh my gosh, it just pisses me off that their names are, even going through this. They weren't even freaking there anymore.
When you get like animated and like pissed off, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even care that we're live. Like, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Like, it's hot. I almost can't wait to like get in trouble so I can see the hotness in person. Like, I'm not lying. Like,
he said that quite a few times.
Well, but it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just even me sitting here and then just watching you on the screen, it's just like hot. Like, I hope he says something that just triggers you. because I wanted to see it again. You know what? Let me play the video.
Oh my goodness.
Just put the mic down just a little bit, sweetie. Put the mic down just so I can see more of it. Yeah, right there, right there, right there. Hold it right
Hey,
there.
Blue.
Now, if you get mad, I just want
Hey,
to
Shibby.
see the whole face.
Shibby's in here too. Wow.
Hey, what's up, Shibby?
Now we know we're making it. We're making some splash.
Oh, and we got blue cats too. That's what's up. And Lake, let's not forget, there's cocaine that was also. There's multiple people that have said, and they have the name of the person, but it has not been revealed yet. But there was someone that was distributing cocaine around this entire location where all the boys were.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me go ahead and play this video. This is really going to aggravate you. This is why I wanted you to put the mic down a little bit.
Oh God.
No, not oh God, it's oh hotness, baby. Just let it rip, please.
Okay, we'll play it.
Oh, not that.
It is Dom C. I agree. Mm-hmm. And Shibby, I know you're just tuning in, but we're kind of ripping Nancy Grace, the new one. Yes. So I've heard.
And then Lake, just imagine you mix Coke and alcohol.
Sounds like a bad combo.
Yeah, because look, I'll admit there were times in my youth that when I started drinking after 22, because I was not a drinker, and I went out and there was like 20 of us at a club, and I started feeling that buzz. I felt those muscles. I felt that, what do they call it? Beer muscles.
Mm-hmm.
I felt those beer muscles, and I thought I was invincible. And I thought I could kick everyone's ass in that place, and I could take any girl I wanted. And boy, was I wrong. It's all an illusion. So just imagine you're on an island on the 4th of July with hundreds of people. Just imagine what that does to a kid's psyche. It only intensifies it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We were all young. We all made stupid mistakes. We all felt at one point in time in our lives where we felt invincible, doing dumb shit. So I don't blame this kid at all. I don't blame any of the kids there who were drinking and stuff like that, because we all did. We all snuck it. We all drank it. We all did some stupid shit. So let's not forget we were all kids one day. When we were all kids. So I don't blame this kid and his friends for doing none of the stuff that they did. It unfortunately, it may have led to a death, which is sad, but let's just wait for all the evidence. All right, let me keep playing.
Where's the dad?
No, I just read Lake's.
Oh yeah.
I did both back in the day, and I'd fight anyone, including dudes. We got a G. We got a G in the chat.
Lake. Get him.
Get him. Get him.
Where's this video at?
Oh shit! I've been playing it the whole time.
Shut up.
I was pausing and everything. I thought, oh, stupid me.
Oh, hush.
Sorry, everybody.
And Daphne did that the other day. Oh, by the way, everybody, we're going to do a live with Daphne on Jack and Lily again this Sunday. Just so y'all know. And we will dual stream.
So I know it's got to be something that I may want to hear. All right. First of all, Elliot, I went on his show in good faith because it appears that although things he said about me I disagree with wholeheartedly, he wasn't extremely disrespectful and unprofessional. So I said I can go on and maybe.
Just real quick, chat, if you guys can get duct tape, if you have it available. And I need you all to start duct taping your heads because your heads are going to explode if you don't have it. I'm just saying. Because some of the stuff that you're about to hear is gonna make your head want to explode.
We have a productive conversation. This young lady, Teslin, is cussing and acting a fool and doing shenanigans type of stuff. And I don't want to get into an argument with a woman that's not acting in good faith and is ghetto. It's a waste of my time. I'm a boss out here. I'm not some little YouTuber that's just getting started out. I do this for a living. I have respect, and I also have credentials. I've done research. I've been around the world. You name it. I don't want to waste my time with people who want to argue with me in poor faith. I honestly think Elliot wants to argue with me to get his views up, which is fine, because I'm not ducking from anybody. I go anybody's show anytime to talk about this Nolan Wells case. The funny thing is that Elliot didn't want to talk to me about Nolan Wells.
You don't respond back to me.
He want to talk to me about me and try to give me a fake diagnosis of who I am. This young lady claims she want to talk about Nolan Wells. You know, in good faith, if she wanted to have a good faith conversation, I don't care. There's nothing. Listen, I want people to understand. There's no vested interest in this for me. I went out there. They wanted to be interviewed by me. I validated, verified everything that they said. I did an interview for them to tell the world what they told me. That's it. I'm not going to. There's no jail time for me in this. I wasn't on Horn Island. After this case is resolved, I'm gonna go back to living my life with my family, and the next story is gonna come up. There's no vested interest for me to have anything to say, but to tell you what they told me. It's really that simple. And I don't like the fact that innocent people are getting blamed in this situation unnecessarily. That's my position. But let's hear what they had to say. This is the first time I've heard this. Roll it.
You were watching my interview with former Officer Tatum last week, and you were watching with Nolan Wells' parents. Mm-hmm. Which I want to ask about in a minute.
Why they watching my
question
interview?
I want to ask you is,
we didn't even talk about Nolan.
What was your response to being referred to as super ghetto?
Oh, I loved it. And you and you probably have to do a whole session on me to you probably will tell me better what my response is. And again, thank you for being here.
Session on me.
Charlemagne named me the Hood Whisperer, Black Effect. I see you have your Black Effect gear on. As you know, I have a podcast on.
I said she was ghetto. She gets titled the Hood Whisperer. What is different? What is different from when I said you super ghetto and they call you the Hood Whisperer? How is what me saying any different than what the names people are giving you? Now watch how she act, because she probably her ghetto side probably come out.
On the Black Effect Podcast Network.
I do too. Family Therapy. Everybody go check it out on Black Effect Podcast Network. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, iHeartRadio. Let's go.
Subscribe, like. So Charlemagne named me the Hood Whisperer because, and I've always had these different mantras, but he did that because of my ability to be able to speak to various different walks of life. And not from a standpoint of, I know them, or I learned about them, or I've interviewed enough of them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the least of these, the disenfranchised, those who have been not selected, those who have been, ejected, if you will. Those are the ones that live in the ghettos. Now, it's not a term that we typically use today, but if you look at the historical word of ghetto, and why Too Short wrote the ghetto, and why Willie D and Scarface, our good friends, are the ghetto boys, and all of those things when we talk about the ghetto and what happens in those environments.
So you're ghetto. Okay, where are you going with this? All right, next clip.
And so he named me that as somebody that gets it. So when he said super ghetto, and again, I hear this all the time. Oh, she's ghetto. Oh, yeah, she's an angry Black woman. All of the tropes. I lean into those things. I remove the power away from it immediately because I lean into it. So if you say, oh, she's super ghetto, I looked at it as a superhero. Not only am I not only do I stand for the least of these in the ghetto, I do it in a super way. In a super way. So when you look at the definition of super, what it means to be super, and what the ghetto is, I know he wanted to use it in a negative way, but if we look at what the ghetto is, I am proud to be able to say that I stand for the least of these. So although I appreciated you defending me, that was great. That you come from that lens to be able to say, no, she's not ghetto. Dealing with a woman that actually.
No. I said don't call her that.
Okay,
I'm not saying you're not ghetto, because I'm like you. I'm proud to be where I'm from. And
there's a lot of women that need to see a black man basically check another one.
He just said, I just said don't call her that. I'm not saying you're not ghetto. So he's saying she's ghetto. She says she's ghetto. I don't want to argue with somebody that want to be ghetto. I want to argue with somebody that want to have a good faith conversation, because I'm a grown adult. I'm a husband with children and a professional business owner. I don't want to waste my time with people cussing and acting a fool. All right, let her finish.
I just went ahead and ordered the cape, though, as you know. I ordered the cape on Amazon.
But if y'all don't believe that's true, go follow this woman. If you don't already, follow her on IG. She literally ordered a cape and has now created the character Super Ghetto Teslin Fagara. Like this.
These people literally are grifting off of the conversations about me. I called her super ghetto on another show. She gets a cape now and want to have a personality. They literally are leveraging their conversation and hatred towards me to build a brand for themselves. Out of all your career, you just now got a cape because I said something. And this dude, his only popular videos is talking about me. Now, I don't care, because I'm way beyond these people, right? These people are right down here. We're getting 200 million views a month on Instagram. Like, I'm reaching people all over the world. I've been doing this for like 8 years. Billions of views. These people are just starting their career off on social media. So I'm not in any way concerned about nothing they're doing. I do want to have conversations with people across the aisle in good faith. Teslin was on an interview with me on a Fox show. I had no problem with that. It was not Fox, it was Newsmax. And what was she on there? Being ghetto. And I'm like, yeah, this girl is so unprofessional and weird. Like, can you have a reasonable conversation? We don't need to get on there and act like we in the hood. It's so immature to me. But anyway, it's the last clip. Roll it.
Okay, actually, no, before we even do that, and I haven't asked you this privately, how did the parents experience watching my interview with
Time out. Why is his parents watching the interview when we didn't talk about Nolan not one time? Elliot told me in the DM, I can show it to you if you guys want to, that I said, hey man, you should interview me since you got my name in your mouth all day. All right, what do you want to talk about? I said, I want to talk about what you said about me. The things that you said about me that were not true, and you can question me and challenge me on all of those things. He sends me a message back, say, that's not what I want to talk about. I put a question mark. I'm like, what do you want to talk about then? I want to address the things you said about me on your show. He just want to interview me. And I said, all right, I'll do it. Let's do it. Our interview. And we interviewed. Why is Nolan's mom and them watching his interview with me?
I'm getting bored. Listen to this shit.
Yeah. I'm just going to say this. Does that lady not remind y'all of Nanos talking in freaking circles and shit?
I'm going to pull up these shorts.
They must have the same freaking IQ.
I'm going to pull up these shorts that has more substance that's talking about.
Allegedly.
Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look it up, Brenda. Hey, y'all, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already to keep us in the algorithm, please.
This one, just hold on for a second, chat. I'm trying to bring something up that hits hard.
It hits hard, y'all. So I'm just
Here-
curious. All right, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say here's a meltdown.
Okay, go for it.
Heifer. Roll the clip.
Officer Tatum, I don't
believe Nolan was.
Here you go. Let me just turn up the volume a little bit. Oh, what the hell? Okay.
I believe Nolan was deceased before he hit the water. And the reason they held on to the throat tissue and the reason they held on to the lung tissue is they didn't want nobody to know that Nolan was murdered before he hit that water. Just like Emmett Till was
Oh
murdered
my God.
in that water. Just
Shut
like
this clown up.
A.D. King was murdered before he hit that water. King's brother was murdered, Reverend A.D. King. They found him in a swimming
Time
pool.
out. To put the math equation together. Why would the district attorney, for the medical examiner, risk his or her, I believe it could be a her, risk her entire career to lie about one kid? So why would the medical examiner lie, risk her career and go into prison to lie about one kid?
They ruled it a drowning. And then one of the paramedics said, what, Art? King's brother out the pool, Art, said he didn't have no water in his lung. They kept the throat because it may have shown some trauma that Nolan may have gotten choked out. And then you got the red substance around the back of the head
Substance.
that the DC medical examiner discussed.
He didn't discuss
We don't know
anything.
if Nolan got hit in the back of the head. We don't know if the blood simply drained to the back of the head.
Let me tell you what these mindless people, what the problem is, what they don't do is they don't go to the next step. Somebody, and you think a 6'3" potential NFL football player is going to let a little scrawny white boy hold his neck like this and choke him out and then throw him in the water. He's a football player. And they somehow choke Nolan out like this, squeeze his neck, chokes him out. You can't, on the call, there's no evidence how he died, but he dead. So that means that he died somewhere else but the boat because they didn't witness him die because they sound surprised on his fake narrated call. But then while he's struggling and while people are panicking and screaming that he died, Wyatt calls Cito. So he can be on a recorded line with evidence of him killing somebody in the background on a boat that his foot could probably touch the end of the boat. Or at least if Nolan was on the boat, he could touch his foot to the boat and be driving it with his foot at the same time.
You know what makes this whole thing even crazier? Like you can't reason and you can't talk to people that just have race in front of their face to use all the time. And the history. I mean, we're going back Emmett Till. What was that? 70 years ago? Around that? Like everything is all history. It's all victim mentality. You can't reason with people like that. Like you can't have like Officer Tatum said, you can't have a reasonable conversation with two sides when the race card and the victim mentality is front and center, and you know that they're coming with that armed from the beginning. You're wasting your time.
I'm right here, by the way.
There's like absolutely like you can't talk. You think Officer Tatum can talk to someone like this and go over facts?
No, of course not. He has to do it this way.
Let me find that other video. Did I take that off? There was one more video that I wanted to play. Just give me 1 second. Oh, wait. Okay, so this pretty much destroys Nancy Grace's theory about the whole phone thing. So I don't know if you guys can in the chat or you guys watching. So yesterday, Nolan Wells' family is ready to have his phone examined, but their attorney says they are waiting on the Jackson County District Attorney's Office to set a date. Attorney Liza Park, a member of the Ben Crump's team, says the DA's office, the family forensic experts, and possibly the FBI have agreed to jointly download and examine the device. Now, we played the video with Nancy Grace where she's fighting with Officer Tatum, constantly saying about the phone, the phone, the phone. And here, yesterday, it was breaking that the family, and we even said on our show a couple times, even last week, that the phone was not turned over. How do we know this? That Nancy Grace and all the power that she has with her show, she's not able to verify this. Even last week when they had that press conference with this loser, this race baiter, loser of attorney, in that press conference where they were talking about trying to get this whole thing situated, like this conference with the FBI, the forensics team, both sides to sit down and evaluate this phone. How
Yeah.
is it that we were able to decipher all this information, but yet she couldn't?
She didn't want to admit that she knew, probably, because she's CNN. Damn it! I mean, she is. Do your own research. I can't believe I still can't get over her saying that about the lie detector tests. I can't. I can't get over that. And then she wants to bring up OJ from 95. Come on now. Shit. I think she's lost a lot of respect from the true crime community. And I was one of her biggest fans. I even called her, the godmother of true crime.
Did she start off in true crime?
She started off
I know that she was big during the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yes, she was big then.
She was big with that.
Her fiance was murdered. I loved Nancy Grace. I've just lost so much respect for her, and because of this case. But we all can agree to disagree in here. I just think that she has went about this all wrong. All wrong.
Yeah, and just so you know, because this was a concern that Crystal had, we don't want to isolate any Nancy Grace fans.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just stating our opinions on what we feel based on all the information that has come out recently that has pretty much exposed. And I think, who was it that said it?
Absolutely.
Lake said it best. She has her own narrative to push. It's her show. She's going to push her own, agenda.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that's pissing a lot of people off is she's not doing it in good faith.
She's not. She's not, in our opinion. She's just not. And the way that she has went about talking to Tatum, and I'm going to mute your mic. Somebody needs to mute yours, Miss Grace. You banging on the damn desk and being a drama queen and everything else to try to get your point across. I mean, we can't hear you any louder. I mean, damn, God forbid. But yeah, either you love her or you hate her. I'm neither, actually. I loved her so hardcore at the very beginning of all this. And then I started seeing things on the Nancy Guthrie case, and I was like, but the Nolan Wells, I have seen some shit, and I'm over it. Like I
She's
don't
gone
want to
way
watch
too
her
much.
anymore. I'm not going to watch her anymore. And I hate to say, it breaks my heart to say that because I have loved her and idolized her for years. But she has just completely lost so much respect from me. But like I said, you like who you like. You know, we're all agreed to disagree. That's how we are. But just our opinions and our opinions alone.
Yeah, we're not isolating anyone. We're not trying
Yeah.
to, you know,
Push a narrative or anything like that.
Yeah, we're not here to, you know, pin you guys against other people in the chat.
Yeah.
Like we're all for differences of opinion. That's what's going to make this show great.
Yeah.
In our eyes, and that's
Yes.
just what we want. Okay, so let me talk about the text messages because this was very important, and again, Officer Tatum, all the credit goes to you, my brother from another mother. You have done a marvelous job on this case. We use your videos a lot because you are front and center on this, but you're also one of the reasons why we love to show all your content is because you're coming at this with an objective mind. And that's
He's very
exactly
respectful.
Yes. Oh yeah. There are times
Very
that he
respectful.
tries to lose it and he's like, oh Jesus, help me.
He takes a step back. He's like, you know. But I love his nicknames too for people. Like Milk Dud and Bald Headed Ass, and I mean the list goes on.
Yeah. So this was let me see what Lake is just bringing it tonight. Let me see. I liked her when she first started off, but to me, she has become a damn narcissist. Yep. You could definitely see some narcissism in those past interviews with the lawyer, with the boy's lawyer, and with Officer Tatum.
Yep. And yes, all opinions matter, Lake says.
Yes.
It lets you blow off steam when you're passionate about something.
Yeah, and even if you do love Nancy Grace and you want to express it, please do. Like we are never going to disparage anyone.
Yeah.
Because of your opinions. We love all opinions on the show.
Yeah. And I don't have a love-hate relationship. I don't respect her work anymore. Period.
Hate is a very terrible word. We just professionally we're done with her.
Yes.
So yes. So here are the text messages from yesterday with the whole thing that just totally blows up the whole narrative, like even further. Like if all the stuff that we've been doing these past shows with all the evidence that has been presented to us didn't blow up the narrative, and this is all a money grab. This is all a money grab. There is no, I go back, sweetheart, I go back to the day that his funeral. The day of his funeral, the family was ready to send out letters to all the boys to sue them.
Yep.
Who does that? If you're in your right mind, you don't, that's the last thing that you're worried about.
And I understand a grieving mother may just be looking for somebody to blame. I get that. Okay. I mean, God forbid anything like that ever. I don't even want to go there. But I do understand that some people feel that way. Well, maybe she's just a grieving mother and she's looking for somebody to blame and, so on and so forth. However, if that were the case, she would have already dropped this. This is becoming a whole different, even if it started off to be that way, it is not that way now. There's a complete narrative that is being painted here and they're wanting to stick with it. Otherwise, why the hell won't you turn over the freaking phone? You know why? Because you want people to keep talking about it like there's some massive secret in there. you want to keep trying to pinpoint this on the boys, knowing that they had nothing to do with it because they had an alibi. So it's infuriating. It really, really is, because all these hoops and everything that these kids have to try to go over now just to get their names cleared publicly, it'll never be the same for them. And they'll never forget this. They will never forget this. And they haven't even been able to properly grieve their friend. Shame on that woman, Christine, or whatever her name is.
The mom's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Christine.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So I'll play it now.
When they're having this conversation on the 4th and the 5th, that in the media, oh, these boys didn't even care about him. These boys didn't go searching for him. These boys deleted stuff out of his phone. These boys did all this other stuff. These boys didn't kill him. But the communication on the back end looks like this until Benjamin Crump gets involved. Before we get back to the show, I want to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're tired of energy drinks that spike you up, make you jittery, and then crash you later, Shenergy, and you tell me that Warren Hudson murdered her son. Now, just so you guys know, Warren initiated this phone call and communication with Christine Wells. He called her the night that Nolan did not come back like they expected. He asked her, is it okay if I call the Coast Guard? They had a short communication, and he calls the Coast Guard. He told me in the interview that we interviewed him on that he told Miss Christine that he had Nolan's phone and keys. That's what he said he told her. Now, if you done kill somebody, 9 times out of 10, you ain't talking to their mama. But listen how the conversation went, though. I'll read them to you. Warren, where's his car? I think, what is this, on the 4th? This is on the 4th at, let me look over here, because at 11:15 p.m. Warren, where's his car? At Jax's house. Where is that? Can you send me the address where you guys launched? Yes, ma'am. He goes on to send her the address. What was the last time you saw him? He said 3 p.m. and sent her to actual location. That don't seem like somebody that's trying to obstruct or hide something. What happens next? What was he wearing? Black shorts and sunglasses. Now, in the interview, he told me that he thought they were black. We see now that it's blue. He said he thought it was black shorts. Can you call, I guess that's the lady at DMR. He says, on the phone with Coast Guard now. I will after, yes, ma'am. They're communicating. If she had a question or a concern or what, she could text it to him right here. He's responding to her, yes, ma'am. Can you call DMR? Yes, ma'am, I will. I'm on the phone with the Coast Guard right now. On the phone with the Coast Guard doing what? Trying to coordinate them to look for his friend Nolan. She don't say, she's not, this doesn't sound like this some random kid. She says, thank you so much. We have to file a missing person report. So one more time, tell me exactly where you saw him last. I'm so sorry. I am asking you to repeat this. It does not seem like she got a problem with him. He says, no problem. 3 p.m., west tip, north side of Horn Island. Where did you guys launch from? He sent her another ping of where they launched from. Told her exactly where he saw Nolan and what time. Okay. He said, we launched the boats yesterday evening and left from here this morning. Does this sound like a kid that trying to cover up a murder? Giving her exactly where you launched from? Giving her your exact locations? Here you go again. It says Nolan's dad is at the house to pick up the keys. Warren, it said Jax's house, not Warren's house. But she told him Nolan's dad is at the house to pick up the keys. Hey, Warren, what kind of sunglasses was Nolan wearing yesterday? I'm pretty sure Ray-Bans, Miss Christine. Then he goes on to say, hey, Miss Christine, just wanted to check in. We went out this morning to look, and I've been on and off the phone with Jackson County Sheriff's Office today. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Do I quit the show now or what? What are we talking about? Why is it that when they're having this conversation on the 4th and the 5th, that in the media, oh, these boys didn't even care about him. These boys didn't go searching for him. These boys deleted stuff out of his phone. These boys did all this other stuff. These boys didn't kill him. But the communication on the back end looks like this until Benjamin Crump gets involved. Okay, let me continue. She says, thank you. We are all praying for your family. We appreciate it. What is the make? Go back. What is the make and model of boat you guys were on? What does he do, y'all? He says, Nolan went out on the 22 Trident offshore. I was on the 24 Tide Line on the way out. We were on separate boats. I went back on the Triton. DMR and the sheriff's office have all this information also. Then why you get out there and get on there and put a picture of all these boys on the boat? They were last seen with them. He said he didn't even ride on the boat with Nolan. All right. It's a lot to read, so let me try to read this real quick. He says, hey, Warren, can you collect any of Nolan's items left at Jax's house? It looked like there was a duration of time between that text and a response, which was the 20th when we were in Mississippi on Nolan at Nolan's funeral. And this is what what Warren wrote Miss Christine. Good morning, Miss Christine. I just wanted to let you know that my family and I have been praying for you and your family. Nolan was one of my best friends since we were in 8th grade together. You and Mr. Elmore raised one of the best men I've ever met. I wish that I could be there today, but I would never want to take the attention off of your family and Nolan and be a distraction. Thank you for being the best parents that Nolan could have. Now, does this sound like a deranged white racist that killed a guy that wasn't even his friend? But yet he's saying he's praying for you? And yet he explained exactly why he didn't come to the funeral. But you don't put that out in the media. You don't frame it like this. You let the world eat these boys alive. He told you exactly why he didn't go to the funeral. You let everybody get out there and say all these.
I'm speechless.
I'm exhausted mentally I'm tired of the whole race thing in this country. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of white people being scared to open up their mouth, and I ain't even white. I'm sick and tired of all the racial division. I'm sick and tired of white people that if they, God forbid, say something about any case, they're considered racist. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it all. I'm mentally drained. Yeah, I got some outside stuff going on. This isn't helping. And I'm tired. I'm tired of all this doom and gloom and this isn't the country that I grew up in back in the 80s, folks. This is not the country that I grew up in. Back in the 80s, even my rat pack, it was like 7, 8 of us. There was 2 black kids, me, I'm Spanish Italian, had 3 white friends, and then there were just other kids, another little Spanish kid, and we just all played. Nobody gave a shit about your skin color, your race, where you were from, nothing. And all the parents, we feared. Not only did we fear our parents and the ass whooping that we were going to get if we were bad, but we were also scared because we knew that our friends' parents would dime us out in a second. And if they had to give us an ass whooping, we knew that our parents gave them authority to kick our ass if need be.
Yeah.
That's the America that I grew up in.
Or they call your parents real freaking quick. If nothing else, they would call your parents real freaking quick.
Lake,
Next thing you know, they wouldn't tell you either until your parents rolled up.
I so with you, Lake. This woke agenda crap it needs to be killed once and for all. And we, the people, have to somehow, some way band together. Because this is all by design. This is just my opinion. So I'm just going to say that this is all by design by everyone in government, because they know that if we're together, we have the power. If we're divided, so many elements are going to turn to government for safety. And that's exactly what government wants. Government wants all control.
And people are just giving it to them. They're just giving it to them. I mean, it's a shame.
Sweet Caroline, I even on this show said maybe 4 shows ago, and I'm not going to get political because we said that we weren't going to, but I said that the minute they started taking, and this started like 15, 20 years ago, maybe, when they started taking God out of government, started taking God out of schools. And I'm not shoving any religion down anybody's throat. Let me just come out and say that we love everyone and what you all believe, and we respect it. In my humble opinion, when I started to see that society 20 years ago was not what society is today. And that is a fact. That part is a fact. The taking God out of everything else, that could be my opinion. That'll be my opinion. That's just how I interpreted it.
I agree with you 100% though. 100%.
When they started taking God out of everything, then that's when, things started to crumble in our society. And now we're left with this mess where white folks can't even say anything. And I'm like, it almost seems like I'm the one that's got all the privilege, because I can say whatever the hell I want. And it's very hard for anybody to call me racist, because people will be scared, because then I could just turn around and be like, you're racist, you're trying to keep the brown man down. So that clamps people up. But little do you guys know, well, a lot of you already know, I'm one of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn. I stick up for the white man. I love the white man. There's racist people in every single damn race. Like,
yep.
Come on, folks, a lot of this shit is all common sense. Like, we all know there's racist people in every single damn race. But I can't stand the fact that white people are like not allowed to say anything, and that pisses me off. And I will not allow that to go on. As long as I have a show, I will continue to keep saying it, because it needs to be said. And I want white people to finally, I am going to throw a party unlike you have ever seen before in life. The day I start to see white people finally put their foot down and say enough is enough, I am going to cheer for them like you would not believe. I will drape myself in 3 American flags. I wear the American flag on my arm now, tattooed for life, because I'm proud of my country. I don't give a damn what happened in the past. The past is the past. I can't change that. No one can.
Black people are even starting to speak up, though. I mean,
good. They need to.
They're starting to speak up too. They see it. They're tired of all of this freaking division and shit. Everybody should be, because you know what? At the end of the day, we all bleed the color red. We all have, you know what I mean? Like, who freaking gives a shit about what color skin you have? whatever happened to don't judge a book by its cover, and judge them by who they are on the inside. I mean, whatever happened to those days?
Yeah,
Now everybody's wanting to get like sex changes and go by race and claim that they're a freaking kitty cat or a tree. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. And sorry if that offends anybody, but it had to be said as well.
Yeah, we need to one thing that we want to do on this show, and me and Crystal have talked about this many times, we want to band people together. We don't want to divide.
No, absolutely
It's
not.
just sometimes you just see these people and you can see their intentions, and then you like with race in their mind.
Population, Dom C. I've been saying that, honey. There are so many different things out there right now that is all about population control, and COVID-19 was one of those.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's almost like COVID-19 was a dry run for the government.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I never received one shot. I refused it all, and I was already prepared to lose my job if it was how some government jobs, they force people or you would lose it. I was already, because I had that conversation. I said, be ready. If they tell me that I have to take this shot, I'm going to be laid off, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I refuse to take it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Thank God.
I'm not going to inject something in my body that I don't even know what the hell is in it. And I'm glad that I didn't, because look at all these people dropping dead.
I don't even get the flu shot, y'all. I don't. I sure don't. I don't believe in all that crap. And I mean, that's my opinion also. But just the division, even, that I don't want to go into politics or anything, but even with all of this sex change and all that, population control, they want to keep our numbers down. And I can't remember which country it was that their numbers have been down the last 5 years, way more so than any other time ever. I almost want to say it was like Italy or something, but the numbers were way, 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 way down, like the births and stuff like that.
Man, look at that chat. Dom C. We nurses in Washington State were forced. See,
screw
Mama
that shit.
Tom and I got the first one. Had friends in ICU, desperately sick. Didn't want to take chances. Then our eyes were opened. No more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't take it. Yeah. There's not one shot that I took. Nothing like that.
And my daddy got the shot, and I was so upset because I was like, why? And it was because his sister kept like talking to him like, you need to get it. You need to get it. And I'm like, no, he doesn't need to get it. And then he got it. And guess what? He has side effects from it. He has side effects from it. Sometimes it's hard for him to even walk to the freaking mailbox without, having to catch his breath. And my dad, he's not overweight. He's very skinny. He's lost he's very little. And it's heartbreaking to have to witness. But even if you didn't pass, immediately after getting the shot or whatever, there's so many long-term side effects from that. Men not being able to father children, things going on with people's brains. I mean, there's just so much to it. And it's sickening that that's the world we live in.
Yeah, we can let's just all meet in the middle and just say that when government gets involved like that, it's too many people to try and keep your eyes on to see their true intentions and what their narrative is, especially when it comes to government. So at the time, a lot of people were scared, especially when CNN was putting the death toll on their ticker, and every single day, like the numbers were going up, and all these, like, of course, that's good. That's going to scare the shit out of everyone. Like people are going to see that. Oh my God, look at all these people dying because of COVID. Let's go get the shot. Like it's sickening. Like we were all tricked.
The government was trying to play God. Let's just say it like it is. They were trying to play God.
Yeah, it was just a lot of bad stuff. And, you know, thank God that we all got through it. And if something like this ever happens again, unless we have the full facts,
yeah,
then we'll deal with it.
My thing was that they came up with the shot way too damn fast to begin with. And
It
that's
was
why
like
I
9
wasn't going
months.
to do it. Yeah. Huh?
It was like 9 months, I think.
Yeah.
they came
I
out with it.
wasn't going to get it because, I mean, shit, I'm not a lab rat.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of long-term side effects that they'll have to live with forever now.
And then just Fauci, what was it, like 3 weeks ago which is such a waste, in the last Senate committee hearing that he was in, he kept pleading the fifth. I think they had a ticker on it. I think it was 120 times or 112 times. It was something like that. It was over 100 times that he pleaded the fifth. Every single question that he was asked, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth.
Yep. Why the hell isn't he locked up? Come on now. Shit.
But, you know,
privilege.
We're through that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people should have gone to jail for what was imposed on us. I hope we're smarter because of it. And, you know, just getting back to the whole Nolan Wells thing and this whole race thing. And we need to, we got to figure this out.
I'm sorry,
folks.
Lake, that you lost your brother, and Sweet Caroline, that you've had problems from the side effects as well. It's tough.
Sorry. See, there's horror stories all over the place.
All over.
We gotta somehow find a way to band together. That's the only way we're going to survive. Because there's another infiltration that's happening in this country. I'm not going to talk about it now. It's something that I'm going to talk about down the road, that they're starting to get into government. And it started, the main epicenter of this is in Dearborn, Michigan. Oops. That I think is going to be more of a problem for us down the road. And you know, baby, I thought about this. I think it was on Tuesday. Thought about this in the car, and I was just like, is this something that I should even bring up in the show?
He didn't say it over 100 times, though. Trust. Just saying. What about Obama?
What? Yeah, I was just talking about Fauci.
She brought up I had to, I love Trump, so I had to say, something.
I'm staying out of it, but yeah.
I had to say something. He did not do it over 100 times, though, like Fauci did. Shit.
Yeah, folks, like, I thought about this on Tuesday because when I'm in my car, it's like therapy for me. I like the thoughts that run through my mind. It's just crazy. And I was thinking some things. America, we need to wake the hell up, because while we're all fighting about all these true crime things and all these opinions, and there's an Islamic radicalization that has infiltrated our country and is getting into our government.
Yep. Yes.
You want to talk about women's rights? Y'all women want to keep your rights? We need to pay attention to this, because there is no such thing as women's rights on that side.
Mm-mm. Let me ask the chat. Would you guys like for us to have a day that we just talk about politics? I'm just curious. Like, just do a show, just just to see kind of how it goes, but just one about politics. One that it doesn't matter if you're left side or right side. We just speak how we feel, and because we're both, we love us some Trump. But yeah, I mean, we could have a couple on that.
We'll even, you know what we could do too?
Have a
We
couple
can
Democrats on.
even, no, we can put the link of the show, like to get in.
Like a panel, yeah.
Yeah, and we can open it up to like True. She can jump on, so that we hear both sides, so that we can understand each other better.
Yes.
Where we're coming from, and
Yes.
the goal of this would be to make us all bond together.
Yes,
To
because
make us stronger together. That hey, even though we're here and you're here, let's talk about the things that we all do agree that brings us together. See, that's the most important. That you got to make sure that if we're going to have something like this,
or in the middle, that's right, in the
we
middle.
have to make sure that there's a connection between what we feel and what other people feel, and the things that we do have in common, so that it brings us together. And from that, we build.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that way it's going to make this community stronger that we're trying to create.
Well, see, you love politics. You love talking politics. And that's
Yeah,
why I
I
was
do,
like,
like-
quit saying you're not going to talk politics, because I like it when you speak, when you talk about
Yeah,
politics.
but
I love it.
I know, but like, for example, like the thought that I had,
Mhm.
I truly believe that because of everything that I see, and a lot of things I don't bring up on the show on purpose, because I know that we have people on both sides and we love everyone on both sides.
Mhm.
So,
No drama.
but one thing that I do want is we all need to start packing heat. I'm serious, folks. Like our country, the society is not getting any better. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse by the day. And we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our property. We need to protect our families. And one deterrent, and one thing that I will go to my grave happy about, is what our founding fathers put in that beautiful document called the Constitution, is our Second Amendment. I am a huge, huge, huge advocate for guns. I'm about to go buy my second gun. I cannot wait to buy my second gun. I already know that by the year's end, I'm going to have at least 7, 8, 9 guns already. And I've already been looking at. I send Crystal pictures.
Yeah,
of
he
stuff,
does. Because I love stuff like that.
of guns of the guns that I'm going to be getting, and I'm going to be getting all kinds of stuff. And I really do believe that the way how we will be able to stay protected and keep our families and our loved ones protected is
Protect
to
your family, folks.
is to freaking have guns to protect ourselves, because government is failing us on both sides. You think I'm I'm not a Republican. I'm a constitutionalist conservative.
Yeah, that's basically what Dom C was just
I'm
saying.
not a freaking. I am not a Republican.
But see, there's certain things on both sides that I like and I agree with, and I disagree with. However, I do love Trump. I love Trump. In my opinion, I think he's by far the best president we've ever had. He takes things seriously. He's also a businessman. He has made deals where everybody at first was like, wait, pause. I don't know how this is going to go. But he gets what he wants in the end. And I really would love to have a day that we can just bullshit and talk politics and be adults and be able to have adult conversations, agree to disagree, debate one another respectfully, of course. But I would love that. If you would like that, would you please press 1 in the chat? Just so we know, because we don't want to offend anyone either. No. And he kept saying, oh, I'm not going to talk politics. And I'm like, no, hell with that. We're going to have to, because if we don't do it, this is our chance. We have a platform. So why not try to, try to mend people together?
Hell yeah, true. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, I got my, in New Jersey, I wanted to get my gun, but they make you jump through so many hoops to get one that they virtually make it impossible because it's a blue state. So you know that to them, like they think that you shouldn't own a gun. So when I tried getting it, I went through hell to the point where I was just like, you know what? Screw this. It's not even worth it because I had to go see a psychologist, like a state sponsored group that I had to sit in front of that was going to ask me questions. Like it was just ridiculous. It's just like, dude, like I'm looking like every single day at like the news and home invasion, home invasion, home invasion, home invasion, home invasion. And I have 3 kids. And I was worried, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, you know what? What do I have? I have a bat. If 2 people come in, break into my house, and they have guns, I have a bat. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to protect my family. So I wanted to step my game up, but then when I saw the amount of hell that I had to go through just to own a handgun, it was ridiculous. Since moving to South Carolina, I walked in. They did my FBI check. 3 days later, boom. I had my handgun.
Sexy man with a sexy gun.
Now CWP certified. I took my class. I sat there for 8 hours. I did my class. I did my gun practice testing, everything. Now I can walk into any single gun store I want in South Carolina and walk out with a gun that I want, whether it's an AR or all kinds of.
He's home, Mama Donna.
And I'm home, and I love it. And you know what? The beautiful thing is because I'm not scared of guns is this. In South Carolina, so many people are packing heat. And you want to know something? It is the sexiest shit I've ever seen in my life. You know why? Because most of the people in this country that have guns are responsible gun owners. They do everything like I did. You get your license, you go take your course, you get all your information into the database. Those people, you don't have nothing to worry about. It's the bad ones. It's the bad ones that make owning guns look like it's the most evil thing in the world.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because if somebody's going to break into my house, I got the laser, I got the flashlight attached to it. I'm ready to go.
That I told you about.
I'm ready to go. Like you ain't going to make it past the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to end up looking like Swiss cheese. I got my magazines all ready to go. It's a simple click, click, blah, blah, and that's it. No, there ain't no talking.
And if you're not a gun person, that is okay. We respect that as well. You know, there's so many of you out there that do not like guns, and that is completely fine as well.
Yes.
I just know for me, I have to have one.
Yeah.
I have to have one.
Like Truth, you are so right. Teach people to respect guns. You are so right.
Mm-hmm.
I respect my gun so much. I've had my gun. How long now, babe? It's been like
like 2 months.
2 months now?
Maybe 3.
Truth, this is no lie. Do you know that just the other day, I finally got around to cleaning my gun, and it was like I was like in heaven. I took the slide off. I left the actual part that you hold in your hand. I left that in the bedroom. All that I did was I brought the slide, bought a cleaning kit at my local gun store right here. That's literally 2 minutes from my house. I sat right here at my desk, closed my door, took the spring out, took the barrel out. On my phone, I checked a couple YouTube videos on how to clean your gun. The safe way, do everything by the book, just the way any responsible gun owner would. I followed all the steps, put the entire slide back together, walked back to my bedroom, put the slide back on. I did everything that I was supposed to make sure the testing, the spring, everything was good. Boom, put my gun right back in my drawer, right next to my magazines, and it's sitting there. I don't take it out. I don't flaunt it. I don't do none of that crap. I don't, do none of that crazy shit. And I think that if more and more people, they do the responsible thing and stuff like that, it'll be more accepted and stuff like that.
Lynn and Lake, hey, I'm right there with you. I've got security dogs too. I have Chihuahuas. Y'all hear them bark all the effing time. What they are barking at, who knows? But I'm telling you, if somebody is even steps or walks in front of my house at night, and they're smart, they alert. They alert sometimes when I just want to freaking sleep, and I'm just like, shut the hell up. But they are really good guard dogs. However, you know, even though they're little dogs, they're mighty. They are mighty. And they will alert me in time for me to get a gun, because ain't nobody coming up in here. They alert. At least for me to get the gun, okay? And no, they're good ankle biters. They are. If they don't know you and you're here when you're not supposed to be, they know what's up. And then I have a hairless one too. I have a hairless Chinese crested. That thing alone should scare somebody away, because they'll be like, what's wrong with that dog? Where's its hair? Yeah, see?
Damn, chat's blowing up.
Yeah.
You guys are bringing up some great ass.
Hell yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. We need to have a really good conversation and hear it from all sides, whether you're in the middle, you're left, you're the right, whatever. It does not matter, as long as we can be respectful and polite, and, you know.
And we'll open it up. Like, we want all of you guys to get on the panel. So I'll put the link that's posted. All you got to do is just click on it. Your face will pop up, and I'll let you guys in. And we just sit down and talk and just bond.
Let's say this now. How about, you want to do next Thursday for this specific?
We can do it. Yeah, like we could have like a round table, like anything and everything round table. Whatever it is that you guys want to bring to the table, we will talk about.
Yep. So right here at 4:30 Eastern, next Thursday, we will do just that.
Let me just read some
open it up.
Let me just read some of these banging comments from you guys. Like, oh my goodness, you guys are just on fire. Like, just the stuff that you guys say.
Yeah, we have the best. We have the best. We have the best group of folks that come and support us. Oh, Pyrenees. Pyrenees are beautiful dogs.
So, Lake, we have 3 handguns and a shotgun. Oh man.
Oh,
beautiful.
Awesome, Lynn.
Freaking love it, Lake. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm telling you, it's turning into an addiction. Like, I was even telling the guys when I went, because remember I went last week to get the cleaning kit.
Yep.
And the guy was like, is there anything else that I can help you out with? And I was like, bro, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I got to get out of this store. And he starts laughing, and he goes, why is that? I go, because there's a blacked out gun. It was a Smith & Wesson 9mm. Looks sexy as hell, and I want it. And even till this day, I'm still thinking about it, and I'm about to buy that gun. And the beauty is, because I did everything correctly, I have the license, I did the class, I did everything, and I'm responsible. All I have to do now is I just walk into the store. I say, I want that gun right there. I buy it, and I walk right out the store. There's no more background check. There's nothing, because I'm already in the database. Yep. South Carolina already knows me. They know all about me. You know that they've already looked through my history and everything, and I have a gun. And I'm not doing no dumb shit with it. Yeah. So that's the beauty of doing things responsibly and doing things correctly. The only reason, one of the biggest reasons why I love guns and I want to own guns is because if there is ever a chance that I have to protect my own, I don't want the odds to be against me.
Yeah.
Even if I go down, that's fine.
You're going to go down fighting. Shit.
I'm going to go down fighting, and the odds are going to be like 50-50. Who can hit their target first?
Yeah. I'm getting a shot in one way or the other.
I'm going to hold like a golf club in my hand, and the dude's got a 9mm or a Glock. Like, no, that's not fair. If you come to my house and I'm alerted, I'm ready. I'm armed. I'm ready. Like, there are guns in this house. Just so anyone knows and thinks about doing anything crazy, This is an armed house. This is
Mm-hmm.
a Second Amendment home. Be
Mm-hmm.
prepared if you're going to try and do some dumb shit.
Yep.
And I just think, and one of the things that I was talking about before is I just see where society is heading. I see all the stuff that's happening. I'm not naive to it, and I'm not going to have a blind eye to it and think, oh, this is only isolated. No, these crimes are happening all too often now.
Yeah.
Like now correctional officers are now getting shot. Look at it. Look at the chaos that's happening in Tucson. Like, and all the crazy crap that's happening there. If you think that can't happen in your town, you're crazy.
Or that it's not already happening. You just don't hear about it as often.
Exactly.
YouTube doesn't like. Yeah, I know. We're supposed to refer to it as a pew pew. Pew pew. But whatever. And Lynn, to answer your question, we talked very little about Nancy Guthrie case today, just because every time, I'm on panels and stuff too. I haven't been, in the last week or so, but I'm on panels too, and I have my own channel, Crystal's Crime Board, and I'm always talking about Nancy Guthrie. And so my initiative here on our channel or our show is that I will bring her up every show, absolutely, because I want to keep her name out there. And I feel like she had a very big injustice. But I didn't really go into the repetitive same thing, that's happening, that everybody else is talking about. I do feel like the new FBI's, they have new eyes on the case. Things are starting to wash up in the washes. I feel like something's gonna have to turn around. It's gonna have to. I think we will end up having some kind of. I think they'll find something, in my opinion. I really do. I'll just leave it right there. I think that they will find something. I think that they have their eyes on somebody or somebody's, and they just don't have enough to make an arrest. Just my opinion. But yeah, that's where I lie with the Nancy Guthrie. And I'm glad you found us.
Damn. ISIS
Really,
inspired terror plot foiled just now in New York City.
Doesn't surprise me any. Okay, I have to bring this up really. Let me just bring this up really fast because this has been weighing heavy on me. What the hell are people that are not even American citizens doing in our freaking politics? I know, I'm sorry. I should have held on to that until next Thursday. But that shit pisses me off. What the F? So somebody that's not even an American citizen is going to know what's best for America? Come on. Come the F on.
See, and Lynn, I'm like, Lynn, I this is directed to you because I saw that, that's how you found our channel, talking about Nancy Guthrie. And we're still going to continue to talk about her. We're going to keep her name alive. It's just, when we were talking about this show, like when we were, on paper, like what kind of show we wanted, we wanted to do a show about everything.
Yeah.
Like things that are affecting us daily. I mean, to be honest with you, like I love talking about like the modern dating stuff. Like you should see the conversations that I have with Crystal about this stuff.
Yeah. Our views are a lot. Like they're entwined. It's
like crazy. Like we're talking about like pew pews and protecting our things, and the real infiltration that is, that started in Dearborn and all the true crime stuff and things like that. But there's like other fronts of this country that's just totally destroying, our society, and modern dating and the low testosterone. Like these are all like social topics that we would love to be able to talk about. The thing is that we're also not dumb, and we know where most of our views will come in is if we're talking about, Nancy. But just on my Twitter feed, sometimes I have to turn it off. I'll go on X, and it is just exploded with Nancy Guthrie stuff. And it's just
Yeah.
all stuff that has already been talked about at nauseum for so long with nothing new, really.
Yeah.
And it's just
I
like
feel like
I
I've talked
sit
it to death
there,
myself.
and even like when me and Crystal we're trying to prepare for the show, like we're texting each other during the day and stuff like that. And like we'll say to like we'll even ask each other, well, okay, so how are we going to talk about this? Like, do you have anything new? Like, has it been like, do they know that this is like Nancy's body, or was this, part of Nancy Guthrie's like case? Like, and then we'll
Mhm.
see pictures of a black glove, and then we'll see Twitter just blew up that the black glove was never taken by the sheriff's department. And
Yeah.
we're like, why the hell? You never know what that glove can hold. What forensic evidence that glove can hold.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, well, we can talk about the glove. And then like a couple hours will go by, and then me and her will meet in the uh in the studio like a half hour before the show, and just me and her, we're just like, uh like there's so much stuff that we can talk about that
Is
we
not
think
Nancy Guthrie related.
that's not Nancy Guthrie, but is engaging, and we want like we want to open things up for you guys. Like we just don't want all of you guys to always think that.
That's why I told him today. I was like, listen, I am going to be super quick about Nancy Guthrie. And y'all saw his, he was like, what? You're already done? When I say super quick, I mean, I'm going to drop something out there and talk about her for a second, and then I'm ready to move on. Because I personally have been on plenty of panels. I've watched this case from the beginning, and I'm annoyed with the lack of information being provided, and the circle jerk that freaking Nanos is putting us all on. It's like we're in the freaking twilight zone, and it's just something that I'm just, I want her found. I want answers. I want justice. I want to keep her name out there. Absolutely. I'll still post about her on my ex, and things like that. And I'll bring her up, every show, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. But I'm worn out. I am worn out until we have something new. And also I kind of base it on the chat too. Like there's been other times where I've said, okay, I'm going to make it brief. But then the chat, they're asking questions and interacting and stuff like that. And you guys seem like you're really, really into the discussion. So I will proceed.
Yeah.
But like today, like there was just no getting me there. Like I was just kind of burnt out with it.
And that's how I'm getting with the whole Nolan case thing, because it's just like every single time we talk about it, it's like race, white people bad. And I'm just sick of it. It's disgusting.
So I think that the next show we do, I think we should just kind of play it by ear. Maybe
Hell,
just
like we can even talk about why Disturbed thinks all illegals should be deported. Oh my goodness, did he just say that out loud?
y'all before the show started.
Goodness. Yes, and I agree with that. And I'm not taking that back.
Before the show started, he said, I might look illegal, but I'm not. You gotta love him.
And me and my family, we talk about that. Yeah, Tupac.
Yeah, we can talk about that next.
We can talk about Tupac too, like in that whole thing. Homelessness.
Okay.
Yes.
See, yeah, y'all give us topics.
We can talk about that as well, because that's
many
huge.
topics. There are so many topics, and I feel like a lot of stuff is not getting enough light on it. Like
and that's what
Guthrie and Wells, people are covering the hell out of those cases. So, I mean, literally, they're covering the hell out of those cases. So even if we just bring it up for a couple of minutes and then we move on, at least we can bring you guys more discussions and help bring us all together, in other ways, like the Tupac trial. I'll have to do my own research on that. Like I know about Tupac and all that, but I'm just saying I don't know where we're at right now in the trial or anything like that. But that's another thing. On Sunday, for those that just tuning in, on Sunday, Disturbed and I will be going back on with Daphne's case files. We will restream here, and we'll be talking about Jack and Lily again. We didn't really get to have the discussions that we wanted to have about that case, because we both like to talk. Y'all know us. But so we will be going back on with her on Sunday. I think at 4:30 Eastern.
Yeah, like for example, like homeless.
Yeah, homelessness.
Why? Like one thing that drives me crazy. True, and I think this is something that we can. You being on one side, which is perfect because you're family. So we love you and we accept you for who you are. And Jess also, like I'm sure that this is something that we can, both of us, we can all agree on. Mm-hmm. Why is it that the homelessness epidemic is going through the roof, but yet why is it that these illegals that are coming into this country are getting free health care, getting food stamps, getting all this stuff and not even paying into the system? Why aren't we taking care of our own first before we even think about taking care of other people in the world that are coming into this country illegally?
Truth and Vine. A lot of people actually weren't very familiar with Jack and Lily's case until we went live with Daphne last week. You should probably catch that live. It was pretty informative. But a lot of people are interested in it now. They sure are. I don't know how many times or how many people I've seen say that they're invested now. And Daphne, she has a lot of subscribers. She has like over 30,000, and a lot of people are, really into it now. And so is Deception Detective. He's also covered some of it. Check him out too. His videos are quite short and to the point. But it's in Canada, Nova Scotia. But it's a really sad and interesting case. And I would love for all of you to kind of like do your own little research before Sunday and maybe join us in the chat and ask some questions or let us know your opinions as well. Yeah, and we can bring it up. That would be like a really great idea. It involves a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and it's
two beautiful kids. Unbelievable.
It's really
so sad. And you hear the stepdad and just the lies that he, like, you can just tell that there's 3 people that did, and it's basically blood.
Well, let's let them make their own, like we did.
Yeah. You guys look into it.
Y'all do research and then meet us in the chat at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday with Daphne. And I know many of you love Daphne, and you think that her maps on Nancy Guthrie are impressive. Wait until you see the maps that she has on Jack and Lily. They are, oh my goodness, they are so precise.
Lake Life. We're going to put her name is going to be Lake on Fire because she is just bringing the hammer.
Bring it. Yeah. Well, there's another thing I saw too.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing that we can talk about. Like here we're paying into Social Security. Like that should not be given to anyone that's never paid into Social Security.
Yep.
Like Social Security is just for us.
Something else I saw the other day too, though, is 2 illegals. How did 2 illegals make a legal child just because they're born here? 2 illegals can't make a legal child.
Yeah, well, that's the loophole in the.
I don't give a shit. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Well, Trump brought that into the Supreme Court, and they ruled against him because he was trying to take the birthright citizenship out.
Yeah. But if they're in danger or something, that's different.
Well, you got to be careful what you say though when you say that, because then everybody that comes in here can say that. See, this is why our one thing that we can all agree on: our immigration system is broken, and it
Yes.
needs to be fixed.
Yes.
Can we meet? Can we make concessions and meet halfway on certain things? Absolutely. You know, like minds, they all get together. We can. We can. We most certainly can.
Oh, Miss
Especially if
Roxy.
it's people that are trying to pay into the system and do the right thing and stuff like that. Like those are the people that you want in here because they want to better their life. But then you got people that are just lazy bums and they just want to smooch off of our backs. And I think those people don't deserve to be here. And look, who is the biggest? And this is coming from somebody who's Spanish. The biggest race that's trying to come into this country illegal are Spanish people. And
You're
I'm
not
seeing
illegal.
this.
Jess,
I'm
you're
not.
not illegal. I said
Me?
2 illegals. 2.
Oh, two illegal people.
Yes. Bringing in an illegal.
So what you're trying to say is two wrongs will make a right.
See, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Jess, that's not what I'm saying at all, honey. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying like 2 cross the ocean, the border, whatever, and decided to, or she might have already been pregnant and came over here to have a baby.
Damn. The government took more money than our lawyer. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many topics that we can all talk about that will just
Yes.
get us all fired up. But we want to just make sure before we head out, whatever topics that we bring up, it's not to divide this community. It's to
Yes.
bring us all together, find common ground, and build on that.
Yes.
And that's it.
And we only want people who can agree to disagree and that can be respectful.
Yeah.
Because our views, we're not trying to put onto you, and just like, you know, your views, we don't want you to put onto us. Because we're all adults and we can all make our own choices and decide for ourselves.
Yep. But so no show until Sunday, right? We'll just take the rest of the week. Well, tomorrow's Friday already, so
Yeah, we'll
I don't
see.
know if you
Y'all,
wanna make
I haven't
another
been
show.
feeling well today. I'm kind of spunked up now just because I got riled up because of Nancy Grace. That shit just pissed me off, rubbed me the wrong way. So I don't know if it's that or my headache's just gone or what. But we'll just see how we'll play it by ear. Because we don't know what his circumstances will be. We don't know what mine will be.
All right, Truth and Vine, you take care. Have a good one. Enjoy dinner.
I'm glad your headache's gone too. See, we were talking shit, Nancy Grace, and our headaches disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But we'll come up with more stuff and more topics. We're kind of like trying to get a feel. Like we're being dead honest here, and this is something that Crystal can agree with me on. Like it's not that we're scared to death to want to bring different things up. It's just that we are still trying to feel things out and see what will be best for the show and what would be entertaining for you guys as well. Like that's the main thing.
And what I told him though was that we should talk and discuss whatever we want to discuss because we have the platform to do so, and that the right people will find us. Who agrees with me? Huh? Yeah, I know I'm right. But no, he's absolutely right though. I mean, we don't want to like talk about something that's going to be extremely boring to some, and you know, and
entertaining for others and stuff like that, because then it's not fair.
And then it's not fun.
That's why like fam, like let me tell you something. Like
thank you, Mama.
One thing that I want to do, let me see. However,
bye, True.
Say what Crystal did. Oh yeah. Like
I told you I was right.
If I should because I played a bunch of videos like with this whole if you guys think that there are some people that just are just not right in the head, I should play for you guys like some of these men on the street videos that I played for Crystal, like what was it, baby? Like about a month ago was the last one, like 3 weeks ago, when
Yeah,
I
something
showed
like
you
that.
some things when we were trying to get ideas for the show and stuff. If
Mhm.
you listen to what some of these people say, we can do a show just on a one video alone, because I know for a fact you guys in the chat would appreciate it. It's entertaining.
Mhm.
It's off the wall topic. You hear off the wall answers. A lot of
Mhm.
you already married. A lot of you already you're in tight relationships. And if you hear some of the garbage that's out there, this stuff plagues us in one way or another, because some of us have kids, some of us have young kids that are eventually going to be exposed to this kind of garbage. And when you hear some of the stuff that people are saying, like it's going to affect us in one way or another. And all we want to do is arm everyone and expose all these different topics so that you guys can see for yourselves, like, what the hell is going on out there. But we want to do it in a way that's entertaining and just something that's just not like boring. And it's just like, oh, we're going to talk about this
Yeah,
tonight.
informative. We just want to be informative. Like something's like traditional versus modern. Like how it was for us versus how it is now for our
Yeah.
kids. And
Mama,
out
it's
there.
just not even college kids.
Yeah, some of them are like our
Like
age.
some of them are our age. And if you hear the garbage, and it's coming from both sides, like male and female, like you
Mhm.
hear what the dudes are just checking out. Like guys have like literally guys are just checking out and they are just pumping and dumping. That's all that they want. Marriage, you can't even talk to a guy nowadays about marriage because
Mhm.
they don't want to get married now.
Or women either.
And that thing is growing. Like it's literally like that trend is growing. And when you just hear them like just talk about some of the things why they don't want to get married, it's sad. A lot of
Yeah.
it is sad. A lot of it has to deal with trust. A lot
I'm
of
not
it
gonna
has
get
to
mouse
deal,
out.
it's got to deal with so much crap. It's not even funny. Like, especially when you hear these answers, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and how shallow. Let's just
Mhm.
talk about how shallow it is.
Yeah, it's become very shallow.
It's so sickening. It is so sickening. Like
This is why I'm
it's
glad I found my
everywhere.
person.
Me too. Me
Because
too.
I got to tell you, like when I first moved down here to South Carolina, I'm not gonna lie, there were women that were hitting me up, and I was at one point I was just like I just don't even want to do this. Like I can't, because it was just like the drama with one, the drama with another, then the drama with another, and then with the drama with the other, and it was just like, oh my goodness, like I just got out of a drama thing. Like I don't want like your drama now. Now, then I had one that was moving literally like she wanted to move me in after a week. Chat, listen to me. After a week, she was moving her dressers, like all her stuff from one to the other and leaving one whole thing of the what do you call them? The cabinets or what
The drawers.
Yeah, like there was like 3 drawers all empty for me to move my crap in after a week. A week.
And this happened during a 2-week break
Like, and I was just like,
that
oh,
Kiana had.
and then it was just like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden she started talking about like, I used to have, when I was married, I used to have this life where I was always getting my nails done and I was always getting my hair done and I didn't have to worry about all these bills and everything. And I'm just sitting there, I'm sitting back and I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's telling me that she basically wanted me to move in so I can start paying for all her bills, our bills, just so that she can continue on with this lifestyle that she misses. Like, the freak? Like, no, I don't want that crap. Like, no, like that's not my person. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. Like, I wanted to meet someone that was gonna.
Well, you had already met her.
Yeah, but
to come to realization, and so did I.
Yeah, we both did. We both realized because we were both comparing, whoever was talking to us that, you're not Alan or you're not Crystal. Like, this is not for me. But all right. I'm done talking.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm. If you're done talking because of me, don't.
No. I'm just saying. Like,
at the end of the day, I got the prize. So. But yeah, chat. The next live we have, we'll just plan on it being a little different and a little mix of everything. I don't know about you guys, but I really want to freaking laugh. I had some shit lined up for today. But it kind of got away from me. He doesn't need to. He's got a woman. But
no, there's only one.
Yeah,
there's only one.
Woman.
I openly say it. I openly say it. Crystal's, she's my last. That's it. I don't want. Like I said, the reason why I brought up when I first came here, it was just to let you guys know like how disgusting it is out there, and I experienced it. Like, it is disgusting. Like, people don't know what the hell they want. Like, literally.
He has a spell on me. Absolutely.
Like, I just want my girl, and that's it. And we're figuring things out. We're learning from each other every day, and our bond, our relationship is just growing stronger every single day. And we pretty much already told each other what we want, and we're just heading towards it. So that's it. I'm happy. I'm content.
I would love to have a good laugh too.
Yeah, we need a good laugh because, like I said earlier, it just everything just seems too bleak with talking about all this death, and I'm sick of it.
And if y'all want a good laugh, those of you that have not watched it, go check out episode 11 and 12. I guarantee you'll laugh. I guarantee you will laugh. Those were two more funny shows that we had with the chat, and they are not to watch with children around. I can tell you that right now.
There were two that went crazy.
Buttholes.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
No, I'm just letting Jess know. Oh, there was two of them that did go crazy when I ended it. And I'm not one like I'm not nice. Like, when I know what your intentions are, and I see why you're with me, like everything goes out the window. Like, now I'm on your level, and you're gonna hear me on your level.
100% Lake.
And I told them exactly what was going on, and I said, I'm not your bank. You're not my chick. Yeah. So you're not gonna get anything.
And to those, the little girls or whatever who want to go say hi or flirt or whatever, I ain't worried about it. Let's just say that. Okay. He knows what he's got. I know what I got. Period.
Period, girl.
Period. So,
okay, period.
Oh, you're good, Jess. We love you.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't scolding you.
Who?
Jess.
Oh, Jess. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was just like, look, there's more that I can tell, but yeah, that's
He's
for
not
another
going to.
show. Yeah, that's for like another show. Trust me. Like, it's crazy.
Same on this end. Yeah. But
like,
you tell
like for example, this is what I don't understand. These are like the topics that I would love to bring up. Okay, I was raised in a very conservative, traditional, loving home, stuff like that. When I first came down here to South Carolina, and a lot of you already know my story: new life, new body, new mind, new car, new everything. Like, I'm on a mission. Even till today, I'm still on a mission. I'm not even nowhere near where I'm going to be in a year from now. One of the first things that I had to experience for the first time in my entire life, because I'm a very loyal man. When I have my person, like Crystal, like she will never have to worry about, no one will ever be able to put out any DMs with me, even till today, because I do not play that shit. Like, don't come to me, don't do any of that shit, because I will treat you not like it. You're not going to like what I say.
Yeah.
One of the first things that I experienced, one day of talking to one girl when I first came here, one day, she already sent me promiscuous pictures. And I looked at this and I literally said, how in the hell, two things I thought in my head. Number one, how am I going to have any respect for a woman that on the first day that I'm talking to her, she's sending me these smut pictures? And number two, how in the hell am I going to introduce you to my mom and sit there and pretend like you're this good woman? For all I know, how long has she had these smut pictures on her phone, and how many other guys has she sent that to? You think that's a girl that I'm going to have respect for? Yeah. Knowing my background, where I came from, how I'm built? Hell no. You can take that 304 crap elsewhere, because I'm not going to entertain it. I consider myself a high value man. And I am high value. And I have standards. And if you're going to come to me, you're going to come to me like a girl who's got traditional values.
Nobody else is going to him, though. Let's make that clear.
And
don't even try.
And that's what she won, because that's how Crystal is.
Yeah, don't even try.
She checked all these boxes off, which is why we're together and why we're going to end up together.
Yeah. And we tell each other everything, so don't try.
We're very open about everything.
Yes.
We show each other everything. Like she already knows that once we move in and stuff like that, like my phone, it's there for her. There will be no passcodes, no nothing.
Right.
Whenever she wants to check my phone, it's there. And I will never say, what are you doing? What do you need to look at my phone? Because I got nothing to hide. Like, she knows. Trust me, she knows how I feel about a lot of things. She knows that she's got nothing to worry about, because my mouth can get a little filthy with a lot of crap that I see on a daily basis that will turn your stomachs. And it's disgusting.
But I know it's hard. So
exactly.
I know where it lays.
You sound like my youngest son. Girl has to respect herself. Yep, exactly.
100%.
Yeah. And if you're sending a guy after the first day smut pictures, like, what do you think he's gonna have? No, no, that's a body count right there. That's called a body count. And when a woman presents herself in that light, I'm sorry
she's
to say,
not shy.
I'm sorry to say, but that's a pump and dump. That is literally a pump and dump. There's no respect there. The guy's going to get what he wants, and he's bouncing, and he's going to try and find another easy woman just like that one was. And then, the sad reality is that same girl who has now accumulated this body count will then go on TikTok at the age of 40 years old, 45 years old, and cry, why is it that she can't have a good man? Well, because when she could have a good man who was willing to give her the world, all that fluff and the beautiful house with the white picket fence, when she had that guy, she got bored because he wasn't the bad boy. And now she's crying because all the guys that she is meeting are just using her for sex. And now that once that body count keeps going up, a high value man like me, I'm sorry, but there is no respect. Like, I'm going to be like, no. One of the most beautiful and greatest assets that you have to offer me, you destroy by opening up your legs to 100 guys. Like, like, that's not someone who I want to bring into my family and introduce you to my entire family, because statistically, and hear me out, before anybody goes freaking the hell out on me and calling me a misogynist and all this other bullshit, before you get crazy on me, there are statistics that states that a man and a woman with a high body count, they are more susceptible to cheat on a good person
I agree with that.
because they're constantly searching for that next fix. And if you're a good guy or a good woman and you come with love and you're catering to your person because you love them and stuff like that, and they have a nice meal, or the man comes home and he's bang 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 taking care of everything that he has to, and his woman never has to say anything to him or whatever, it's boring. I'm bored with a guy like that, or I'm bored with a girl like that. I need action. I need the baddie. Like guys say, I need the baddie. Well, then when you do have the baddie, you're freaking out because she's not being loyal to you. So like this kind of stuff goes both ways.
Mhm.
Scrub talks.
Yep, scrotox. Mhm. All right, guys. Well, I'm ready to hop off of here.
Yeah, me too.
But I love you all, and I hope you guys have a great night. And if I don't see y'all before Sunday, I hope you have an amazing weekend as well. And God bless.
Yeah, Lake, you're so right. Teach and teach the guys too. The guys got to be taught respect as well. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
All this stuff goes both ways, and then relationships will be able to be healed. But
Yeah.
all right, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Love you
All right,
guys.
everybody. We love you guys. We hope this was a good show. Again, we're just like, with the whole 2 cases, and it's just like we want to.
Yeah.
We just want to open things up and make things fun for everybody to really
Yeah, I haven't even been on Crystal's crime board lately, guys, because you know why? Because I'm true crimed out. And I mean, Crystal's crime board, come on, that's a true crime. Yeah. So I'm kind of true crimed out. I could have restreamed Max and Michelle this week because they gave me like permission and everything else, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to. And that would have been like super easy. I didn't want to. Yeah, we'll find it. But anyways, I am talking again. So I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Keep it safe. Don't forget to be nice to someone. Don't forget to be kind. Just have an amazing weekend. And we love y'all.
We
Bye.
love you guys. Bye.
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 Bye. You gotta edit.
Bye.
More. There you go.